Hello.
Ooh, can you hear Sarah? Because I can, and it's freaking annoying. Yeah, I can hear that bad. As long as you can't hear it, it's all good. At some point, let me just. Now I can hear. Oh, okay, fuck it. So, what's up? What's up? Ooh. So this is high, and this is cards. And I would do that thing because it's just a lot better that way, because this has a lot better quality than this one. So it's like there's the cards. You know what I mean? Oh, you hear that? There it is. You hear that? Do you hear that? Oh my god, that's disgusting. This is annoying. Hopefully this works better. Cool. Alright. I'm just gonna make it random tonight because I just don't really feel. No, that's not gonna happen. I don't know if you can see that, but I can. Yeah. Just. Oh, I feel bad for you guys. Fuck. I can hear that all the way from my room. That's not smart. That should help a lot. There we go. All we really need. Damn, it was a little far. That was good. Okay. Now, if you don't fall over, that would be really cool because that happens a lot. And okay. So let's just go ahead and like pick people at random. Unless you guys want to do the wheel. I mean, do you guys want to do the wheel? It's really up to you what you want to do. Wheel or no wheel? Is there still an echo right now? There's an echo right now. That would not be good. Because I don't know what to tell you about that then. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Joe Beth. No echo, right? I mean, let me know what's going on here because I can't hear. You guys can hear your side and I can't. So let me know. All right, cool. So, what's up? Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready to hear some not so pleasant truths, maybe? Oh my god, I'm excited. So read the description, please, because it might be kind of, you might not like some of the things that are said in this, but that's kind of the point. Not that you won't like it. I mean, some people won't have anything bad, I guess, right? Oh god, Buzz wants to come up here and he's going to script the whole thing. Okay. Come on. Alright, come on. Okay, hi. He's going to try to take up the whole spot. Anyway. Okay. So, pick a number 1 through 10, and whoever gets the no, I'm sorry, 1 through 20. Whoever's closest to the number I'm thinking, and only one number per person. So just put your number out there. Hi, Pinkie Pie. So everybody, a number 1 through 20, pick one and then post it right now. And you can only pick one time. It's no doubles. Whoever has the closest to it. Let's see if anyone can. Okay. I'll wait a little longer. Hi, Jenna. No worries. I'm fucking late, actually, so you're good. You're good. You're the organized Virgo. Remember? Okay, Sahu, you are correct. So let's see what your blunt messages are here. I got this idea from Tyler's Tarot, because I watch Tyler's Tarot a lot. I don't know if you guys do, but he's the shit. And I just thought, like, you know, why not do something like that? Because... But he's an Aries, so he can be a dick and it's okay, you know? But when I'm a dick, it's kind of like... I feel like men get away with being a dick a lot more. Is that just me thinking that, or is that true? Or do you think that too? Maybe it's not a fact, but do you think that as well, or is that just me thinking that? Let me know. Because I'm doing it tonight, so... Alright, so who? Let's see. Tell me how they feel about their situation. A certain person on your mind or something like that. Somebody, if they're not involved, it's someone they're thinking about. Someone who's on their mind. What are they thinking about their love situation? There's a need to be straight up and honest and take responsibility for something. You want to reunite with somebody. You want to reunite. You're kind of like really trying to push that. Or that's, you know, maybe it's a mental energy because we have the Queen of Swords. It's air, you know, it's swords. It could be mental. Maybe you're not actually taking action towards this, but this is what you want, is some kind of like get together with the person. So, let's see. Could be a sad, could be just, you know, you need balance and to restore harmony back into your life. Maybe you feel like this person can do that, which is probably not true. And if it does happen, you know, it's temporary, right? Because it's like nothing. It's not like that person is like the thing that's going to solve your problems. But you could be thinking that. There's a really big need for you to be making a decision right now because it seems like you feel like you have no control over your situation. And of course that isn't true. We all feel like that sometimes. But here's the thing. You feel kind of like, okay, I said I was just going to be straight up, right? You feel kind of like a victim or like very out of control of your situation. That's not true. And that's why this is here. That's why, okay, this guy's here, but, you know, saying you feel out of control, you have a blindfold on. Basically, you don't even know where the fuck you're going. But this card's saying you need to take action. And only you can. This is your life. So only you can really be the one to do that in the way that's best. So let's see how the person you're thinking about feels about you. Basically, make a fucking decision about something. Because you're stop being indecisive. Okay, it seems like they're waiting around for something. Either this or they're keeping you waiting. Yeah, somebody's a nasty-ass energy here. This is, like, really just not a good energy to have around. Like, this is a person who wants to win at all costs, and they don't really, You can't hear me? I'm only checking. No candy though? What's that? Can you really not? Because that's, I don't know what to, it's weird. Should be able to hear me fine. Anyway, this energy here is like basically a person who's like, I'm going to win at all costs. I don't even care. You know how some people are like, you know, they want respect. It's really echoey still. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now is it better? It should be better now. It should be a lot better now. That's my bad. Better now? Yay or nay? Okay, good. I wish I would have known that before. My bad. I forgot to silence one of my mics. So it's kind of weird, this setup here, but anyway. So this energy is the person who's like, you know those people who are like, I want to win at all costs. Like, you got to respect me. And like, if you fear me, that's the same thing. Like, I'm cool with fear, and people are like, you can't just earn respect. You can't just have respect, like, without earning it, And these people are like, well, then you're going to fear me. And that's just the same thing. It's like one of those things. Like, it's like people are cowering away. Like, they're just going to win at all costs, basically. I don't know if that's you or if that's them, but that's how they're feeling about this situation. So it's like something about waiting around, having to win at all costs. Keeping you waiting, maybe they know they're keeping you waiting, and that's like fun to them. They think it's funny or something. I don't know. Something about their stability here. Yeah, they want stupid. They want it's like they need somebody to, well, maybe they're a gold digger or something. Usually the Nine of Pentacles is talking about like a person who can take care of themselves and nurture others. But in this case, since we have this nasty energy right here, it kind of seems like that's what they're looking for, is somebody to take care of them. You see how the Knight of Cups is like offering them something? So actually it would go like this. The way I pulled it, it would go like this. And that's talking about like a person who's basically, fuck, I cannot do this correctly. It's like backwards for me. So it's like a person who's like, basically, this is what I'm looking for, is somebody to take care of me. Ew. Capricorn. Or maybe this is just a toxic thing, which definitely is the case. With the Five of Swords, it's always the case. Like, there's no way to look at it. There's no way to just see it any other way. I mean, there's no way to see it any other way to me. The Five of Swords. So here's what their future actions are towards you. Future actions. Let's see if we can get any future actions. Buzz is in my spot right now. I can't get comfortable. Bro. But I love you. Okay. I just can't say no to it. Libra. That's Libra, or it's talking about balance. Again, you need balance in your fucking life, because it's like basically saying like you don't have balance in your life. And that's what it was saying in the beginning too. It's like you need harmony and peace. That's what the Temperance card was there for, because it's basically saying you need to like level some shit out and be able to get back into like a more balanced lifestyle. Because shit right now is not balanced. And then that's why you had a lot of twos in here too, because you need to like make a fucking decision. This indecisiveness is not going to lead you towards balance. It's not going to make you balanced. It's going to make you kind of, just pretty much this. And that's what this person knows, is like, that's where you're at, and that's what you're going to stay. That's where you're going to stay. And that's what you're going to keep doing, is waiting for them to make a move or them to make a decision. Let's see what they're doing. They actually are pretty fucking happy, and they have a lot of peace in their life, and they feel hope for their situation. What are they hoping for, though? I feel like a negative energy from them. Oh, yeah. See? I hate that motherfucker. The Seven of Swords, it's like sneaky. It's like getting one over on you, getting one, just right under your nose, just, doing something and just getting away with it, basically. Or that's what they think they're doing. See their little, yeah. So I was like, what do they hope for? Because this is a nasty character I thought we had here. So what are they hoping for with you? They're hoping for with you that they'll get away with something. So what do you have of value? Hide it. Don't give it to them. Don't give them any money. Don't give them anything like that. Because I feel like they're just going to take it from you, and they're just going to be like, ha, ha, ha. But it's weird because it's like a sneaky take from you. So it's not even like they're taking from you like you're giving to them. It's like they're taking from you like in a way that you're unaware of. So it's kind of scary, because it's like, what do they do? Like, how are they doing that? Manipulation? I don't know. That's weird. Whew! So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see the outcome between you guys. Are you going to like go somewhere? Are they going to change all of a sudden? Are you guys going to be good together? What is this about? It's about money. Told you. This is going to cause problems with you, and not just them, but other people around you. This is like not just you and them, but this is like your friends, their family, your family, their fucking people, your fucking people. And it's like the person's like a straight gold digger. They care about money and stuff, valuables. So don't get too caught up in that kind of a thing. You're not caught up in it yet, so just don't go any further and get attached and all that shit, because they might be pretty good at like convincing too, because it's like, if they're trying to convince you, if they can convince everybody else to like respect them or fear them, I mean, it's just kind of a nasty energy. It's like forceful. It's not really like a charming thing. But I mean, you like them, so they, in some way, they have to be, you know, pleasant at some point. At some period of time, they were pleasant. Yeah, and the King of Swords is here to say, in a very blunt way, like you're kind of just confused. There's a reason that you like the person other than what you think. It's not about them. It's really about something in you that you just like don't understand yet. And they seem to resemble that. And it's like, that's why the devil was here, because it's a toxic thing. It's more of like an urge and a pull that you have toward the person, but it's not really like a thing that they're even really like, it's not doing anything for you that's good. Even if it feels that way, it's making you feel similar to how you felt maybe like before as a child or at a good time in your life, or it's like triggering some kind of feeling that you've had for a long time about yourself. And so it's just kind of feeling like it's right. But that feeling is not really like true. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you feel like it's right, but that's just because it's toxic and it's always been that way, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's just that you're used to it being that way. So that person just resembles that. It's not that it's really them, you know. That's just how you're perceiving it, because that's how it's making you feel. So the moon here, yeah, it's could be Pisces, but it's basically saying like you're fucking confused, and that's okay. But just, you know, keep it pushing, because this person isn't it, you know. I mean, it's nasty. And not because you're getting triggered, but because of the willing or the need to win at all costs. It's kind of like, no, that's not going to work for me, because it's not about winning in this relationship. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't want to be in that situation. So let's see, anything else happening for you after this situation or past this situation, in spite of the situation? At the same time, what are we seeing here happening for you? You kind of already feel like something's happening. Maybe you feel like something is like in the works, but you're not really sure like how it's going to happen yet. Yeah. Well, that's cool, because look, you're making that decision. You're going to be making that decision there, so that's good. It's probably like, I don't know if it's this reading that sparked it or what. You could have already been feeling like this, but maybe it's, you know, pretty much saying like, you know, you have to make a decision about something, and that's what you're going to be doing pretty soon. It's just that you're kind of like trying to figure out what to do. You're just kind of like thinking about how you're going to do that and pretty much putting it together so you can do that. It's been a long time coming, though. It's time to make it. It's time to take action. You know, it's not really about thinking anymore, but I feel like you're still doing that. But you feel like it's coming. You know, you feel like that decision is going to come. You're going to make it soon. But this is where it would be a good thing. The Nine of Pentacles. It's pretty much saying like you're going to be able to take care of yourself. I don't think it involves the person we're talking about here. And if you're not involved with anyone, I would say like anybody that you're interested in, or somebody that you're like having similar feelings with. You know, we saw Sagittarius, Pisces, Libra. Could be any of those things. Could be any of those signs. Yeah, this is you taking action. So the only way for you to get to this point of you being able to take care of yourself and also having enough to nurture others is being like the King of Fire. I mean, the King of Wands. Basically being ambitious and taking action. Like I said, you know, it's not really that Libra energy of like indecisiveness. It's more of that energy of like, I know what I'm doing, I know what I want, and now I'm just going to do it. Like, I don't care. I'm not asking permission. I'm doing it, and this is what's going to happen for me. That's what I'm doing. So that's what it is. You know, it's just going for it and just doing it. Just making a fucking decision already. So, yeah, a lot of your future actions, hopefully, if you're able to get to the point of the Nine of Pentacles where you can take care of yourself and others too, like you're not so greedy and selfish to where you can't like extend that to other people. You're extending it to others. You haven't lost your like kindness yet, and you're like giving nature. So basically but you're able to take care of yourself too, so you're not like dependent on anybody. And but that's only gonna happen if you're able to take action in appropriate ways. You know, if you're sitting here waiting for it to happen, it's probably not gonna happen, because I hate the Seven of Pentacles. He's just waiting. And waiting doesn't get anything. You know, like closed mouths don't get fed is what somebody told me before. And I thought that was a pretty good way to explain it. It's like you have to go and do something about it, you know? You can't just like wait for things to happen, you know? I mean, certain times we have to, but like, no, in this case, it seems like it's been a long time coming. You need to start like change. If you want change, you need to start like doing something about it, kind of thing. And I have a little surprise here, because these are my friend's cards. If I can open them, that would be really cool. Yeah. Okay. And they're called kindness cards. And I just thought, you know, hey, might as well add these to the reading too, because why not? They're actually not cards. They're like, I don't really know. They're like just like paper cards. Like, I don't know. You're supposed to give them to people, I guess. But I mean, they still work. I thought they'd be pretty perfect for this. So something good about you, something you need to be reminding yourself of daily. Sahu. Oh, there you go, dropping them. It wouldn't be the same without that happening. It'd be like, what happened to you? Okay, Sahu, this is for you. Never forget how beautiful you are. Those are pretty, huh? Never forget how beautiful you are. Okay? No. Don't let anyone take from you. Maybe you should just be single for a while, because it seems like whatever relationship you get into right now is not going to go well. I mean, it's going to be with the wrong person, because this person's like, you know, they just take and take and take and take, and it's just like really ugly. And it's no benefit to you at all. It's really not. It's like just going to make you worse. Yeah, see those arguments? See what I said about arguments with family and shit? It's like not just you that it's causing problems for. It's like your families, their families. It's like more than just the people involved in the relationship are getting involved, and it's getting ugly. That's not good. It's like unnecessary, you know? All right. You're perfect exactly as you are. Remember that. And then one more, okay? You are so awesome. It's like you need to remind yourself of these things. That's what they're saying. They're going, dude, did you forget how beautiful you are? And then did you forget how awesome you are? I guess so, basically, right? Because that's what it's wanting you to remind yourself of, right? All right, so let's go with someone else. Let's see. Yeah, you got to drop that person because it ain't working. But you know that already. You know you need to make that decision. Remember the High Priestess? You know you need to make a decision, but what's, you know, is it going to happen? You've been thinking about it. It needs to happen. Do it for yourself, you know, and your family. Like, why put yourself through that anymore? I know it's easier said than done, but it's like it's just about time to do it, you know? Because it's like if this person's doing all that, it's kind of just like, why would you even? It just doesn't seem beneficial at all to you. Like, there's nothing there. But yeah, it's hard and it hurts and it sucks. Yeah, I know they're pretty, huh? Okay, Jenna, let's do you. For Jenna, no sugarcoating here. Let's just give it to her straight. Yeah, no, it's not easy for anyone. I understand. I totally get that. Yeah, it's not easy, but you know, sometimes you have to take a step back and go like, but is this good for me at all? Like, why would I continue to do this to myself? This person is there's nothing that's gonna be good for me, you know, at all. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's something, but it's like more like weighing your options, you know, pros and cons. It's kind of like later on down the line, you're gonna look back and be like, why did I even, oh my God, that's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't know any better at the time, right? Jenna, you feel trapped, but it's in your own head. I think I got this for you recently on your reading, on that reading I did for you the other day, the recorded one. It was saying you feel trapped. And I felt like that was, you know, the same as Caleb too. Because But basically what it was saying was like, you feel trapped, but it's kind of like bullshit, because it's like, you aren't trapped. You need to make a change. You don't like change. So it's difficult to do that because change sucks, you know, sometimes. Well, for some people, they hate change. So that's kind of why the tower is really hard to deal with. But that's the same thing here. It's like, but it's even better because you're not really stuck. It feels that way though. So it's not like it's not happening and not real. Like your experience isn't validated, but it's just like, it's not the truth, and you're keeping yourself there. I don't want to say you're playing victim because I don't really see it as that exactly, but in a way it's kind of like you're going a little too long on this road, and I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like, you know, you can just kind of lift yourself out of it now. It's about that. You know what I mean? Like, just, you need to have a different perspective basically and see that you're not stuck. You're soul searching. That's good where you need to. Maybe you're not doing this and this is what you need to do. You know, we talked about some things the other day, and it's kind of like, maybe you need to get serious about your mental health. Not that you're like crazy, but you know, I'm the same way. I need to get serious about mine. You need to get serious about yours. I feel like a lot of Virgos do right now, or just a lot of people in general. I mean, fuck. Everyone needs to get serious about their mental health, because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse if you don't. You know, it's like, if you could do it, you would, and you would have. So you can't, get some help. You know what I mean? You're kind of like still weighing your options though about it, like, or about something, just about life in general. Like, what do I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I understand that, because it's like, it kind of seems like you don't know what the best decision is. You don't want to fuck up and make a mistake for yourself. This is your life. You don't want to like regret the decision you made. But here's the thing. You're young as fuck. You're going to fuck up and you're going to make decisions that are wrong. And you have to just go through that. And then you'll know what you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's harder to do that than to say it. You know, it's a lot harder to actually do and risk that. And as Virgo, you don't want to risk anything, right? But it's like, you kind of have to. By the way, when I'm telling you this, I'm going to be taking my own advice too. So this is not just like I haven't mastered it yet either. So, but we have to. It's kind of something that we just have to do. I think when you're young, you just think like that, but now it's like looking at a different perspective. It's kind of like you just have to like take that risk sometimes, you know? And then there's hope for you, or this is Aquarius. Maybe there's an Aquarius. No, but I see it more as like having faith in yourself and having hope. Like, that's what you need to do, because it's safe to say you can make decisions for yourself that are actually good decisions. Like, look where you're at in your life right now. Like, you've made pretty good decisions. I don't think that you probably have some regrets, but you know, I mean, the path that you're on is pretty good for your age, especially. Like, you're already ahead of a lot of people your age, you know? Like, you're on the right track. So, I mean, I think you can have hope for yourself to make the right decision. I don't think you should worry about it too much. I think you should just do something to change your situation. Yeah, see, and then you'll have victory. So yours is actually pretty cool. It's just basically straight up, you need to make some changes, whatever changes you feel like those are. Let's see what those are. Or if we can get any like direction you're going in, or like something that you need to focus on more than what you're focusing on now, or something. I don't know. Wait. Wow, look what comes out. Okay, so the Five of Swords is here again, and you know, to be honest with you, I don't really know why, because when we look at this, it's kind of like, watch. Okay. It's pretty much saying like very, very soon, or in a very forceful way, you need to like understand that something is coming to a realization. You need to have a realization. You need to have enlightenment about something. It's kind of like, be real with yourself. Open your eyes. Let it in. Let the light in, you know, because something's trying to come in and you're just kind of preventing it and blocking it. I feel like that's what this is talking about, is you're preventing it and blocking it. You're kind of being like, no, like you're in denial a little bit about something. But the thing is, when you're in denial, you don't know you're in denial. So it's kind of like, that makes sense. But like, I feel like you're just basically trying to fight something. And that would be like some kind of like a understanding or realization, maybe perspective change about something that's kind of trying to like be really obvious, but it's just not obvious to you because you don't want to see it that way. And guess what? It's probably about this motherfucker. And if anything, I'm not saying anything about him or his character or what his intentions or what he's trying to do. But if anything, what we're trying to say is like basically you need to like realize that you need to focus on other shit, basically, I guess. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know, we've talked about some things. So for me to tell you that is kind of like, bitch, what are you even talking about? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're one to talk. But the thing is, like, you just, you know, I am one to talk because of that. You know, you're in a better position to, and just like, you know, learn from my mistakes, right? That's what I'm saying, basically. So just, that's why I can say that, and it's okay. Don't do that. You're a lot smarter than I am, so just fucking go ahead and be smart. Keep being smarter. Don't start being retarded. Okay? Makes sense? He said, yeah, I have no idea, but it could be like, I've been avoiding working on myself and my self-love till now, and oh yes, I know, and all our reads I gotta let go because he'll come back around. Yeah, and even if he doesn't, though, that's the thing, like, don't focus it on that, just focus it, well, yeah, I mean, fuck. This is a hard thing for me to do. I can't even do this. I shouldn't even, because I really can't just be a dick, like, and it's funny because whenever I'm not trying to be a dick, people think I'm a dick, like, not all the time, but I mean, like, a lot. Like things I say just come off wrong, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to be helpful, and they're like, what the fuck? They're like, you're being a dick, or like you're like a bitch, you know? And I'm like, I totally wasn't even trying to be a bitch. Like, but then when I'm trying to be like straight up, it's kind of like, I don't want to do that, you know? I'm like, well, I get it, you know, I understand. Like, oh, it's all good. I know, I understand where you're at, you know. It's just like, yeah, so whenever I'm being a dick, just know that I don't really know that I'm doing that, because if I'm trying to be one, it's kind of like not working. You know what I mean? It doesn't really work. Like, it's not my natural way. So if it's naturally coming off that way, I have no idea that it's coming off that way. I'm not trying to be like that at all. But it's just like straightforward, and people are just sometimes like, who the fuck are you to say that to me, bitch? So, yeah, it seems like you're not committed to a certain like responsibility, even though that's hard to believe for you, because it's like you're very responsible. But here it's talking about like, okay, there's this Aries, but it's also talking about like, which is opposite of Libra, by the way. But it's also talking about basically here, it's like, where are you at? Yeah. It's basically saying like some responsibility you have over something, some kind of like, you know, some kind of like responsibility you have. You're overseeing something. And it could even be worth money. It could be like bringing in money or security for you, but you're not committed to it. And that's maybe one of the problems here. Maybe that's talking about you taking the authority over your own life. You know, you taking back that control over your life, because it is your life. And this is basically, he's in charge here of his whole empire. But what's your empire? Your empire is you, right? You are your empire. Like, you don't have like kids or anything. So you're the empire, and that's what you got to do. And that's going to provide you more security. But I don't see you being very, I don't see you being very like committed to that whole thing, because you feel like you have to do other things, or you feel like, oh, it's just not really that important. I get it. You know, you're a Virgo. You're like, okay, whatever, I can deal with myself later. No, you can't. Because later, you're going to be like, fuck, now what do I do? You know what I mean? Now what do I do? I thought I was good and I wasn't, and I just was like avoiding shit and pushing it away, and it's like, now I'm fucked. And I really don't know what to do. It's kind of a tricky thing though, because when you do that, you don't think you're doing that. You really think you're fine. You really think you're good. You're like, I'm fine, I'm good, I can do this. And then until you realize you're fucking not. And then you're like, shit, what do I do now? Like, I just don't know like what to do now, because I thought I was fine and I guess I wasn't. So get some help. I know you keep saying, like, you know, I don't know, the whole therapy thing, I feel like that needs to happen too. I'm not just saying that because it needs to happen for me, but I'm saying that because like it should happen for everybody, I guess, you know. Sorry, she's my fucking sorry. I don't know why I'm cussing so much. She's my mod, so I kind of have to like go extra. And let's see the kindness cards for her. Jenna. Woo! Because I'm fucking retarded. That's why. Now there is, right? That is so fucking funny. Oh my god. I was just like, hey, you know, I'm gonna summarize for you real quick. I didn't even add myself to the stream though. So here we are. So basically, yeah, it was saying, did you hear the point about the you make the world a better place thing? That was a really cool one you got. And I think it's talking about basically how you know, you made the world a better place for me and on the channel, you know, you've contributed a lot, but if that's the case, then there's probably other people that feel that same way about you too, because this is just YouTube, you know, it's like, and that's already something you're doing. So it's like in other people's lives, it's probably even more than that, you know? Like there's probably a lot of people that think that. And then you want to be a psychologist too. So it's like you're trying to make the world a better place by helping people, which is like, you're already there. I really liked that card though, so I want to, oh, here it is. You make the world a better place. Cute. I like that. And then one was saying you're perfect exactly the way you are. Oh my God, that's a lot to say right there. Wow. Thanks. That's nice. I don't know how to take that because I don't believe it. But anyway, so but you know, thank you. I'll just say thanks. See, the advice I'm giving you, I need to take too. Like, stop being so hard on yourself. I feel like, you know, I don't know, I can connect with you a lot right now. Like these cards are kind of like speaking to both of us, but they're really speaking to you. So let's just stick with that. Talk about denial, huh? Like, don't avoid your problems while avoiding my problems. Like, it just sounds like, why are you telling me this? But because I'm a good example of how it doesn't work for you when you do that, okay? All right. Connection. New connection. New exciting connection. Ooh. Of a caring individual from the past? Maybe we're talking about a water sign, though. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh my God. We've been having conversations about Pisces lately. Do not, I repeat, do not get in a relationship with a Pisces. Sorry, Pisces. Men, you kind of suck. No, you don't all suck. But I mean, I haven't met one that hasn't sucked. So honestly, like, prove me wrong. I mean, it's just a hard placement, I guess. They're very secretive about how they actually feel. They can keep things going for a long time without actually, like, without you knowing what the fuck is happening. You think it's one thing, and it's like, it's not. And that's not cool. I don't know why they do that. Like, maybe it's just they don't have the balls to, like, be straight up. I don't know. Not really sure. It's a confusing situation, I guess we could say that, for sure. So, wait, do you know what you said Caleb's moon sign's Sag, huh? Sagittarius. And then his rising sign's what? Well, what's his Venus? Do you know what his Venus is? If you know what his rising sign is, then you know what his Venus is. If you know what his moon sign is, then I would imagine you know what his Venus is. Because you could just look at the planets without knowing the time of birth. Caleb's a Sagittarius, moon, Virgo, rising. We're both Virgo Venuses. Oh, Jesus. So you're really willing to put in work, like, it's like without even getting anything in return necessarily. That's how I see Virgo Venus. It's like, they just want to feel useful, you know? They just want to feel like they're of use to the situation. So if they'll like literally do all kinds of shit, but then it's like, sometimes they're not going to get that in return. That's I don't know. I feel like they just give too much sometimes and they don't like expect anything in return because that's what makes them feel good. But then it's like they could kind of get used that way. Just be careful. Just don't, you know, make sure you're receiving too. But that's weird that his is the same. That's weird to me. Like, how would that work? You guys would just nitpick the fuck out of each other all the time. Like, you're imperfect. You're imperfect. This is what you're doing wrong. Every little flaw. How would he give up like that, though? Like, if he's like, I feel like I have nothing to offer, it's like, how can he just, like, not try, though? Like, okay, so just fuck it? Like, no. No. Hi, Camille. I know who it is now. I got it. I see that name. Because before I was like, who the fuck is that? I feel like I know that username. Let's do you. Let's do you. Let's do glimpses in time. Who said, ha ha? I could see you do, ha ha. Okay, let's see. Shit. Some shit's gonna come out right now. What do we need to know about glimpses in time? A younger earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Just kidding. I don't think this is saying that. I mean, it could be, but it's talking about two, you know, pages or messengers. So it's basically saying like the focus for you, the message, the focus for you is like on stability and maybe money or something like that, practicality, practical matters, things like that, things that are just going to make you feel more stable, basically. Maybe you're thinking about something from the past. You're basically just thinking about how everything has come in at this point, like everything all together. Like you're just kind of taking it all in, like, oh my God, like, holy shit. Look at all of this. Look at where I'm at. Like, you know, whether that's good or bad. Oh no, here we go. Exactly. That's why I'm doing this. I just thought it'd be funny. I don't know. Thinking about reuniting with someone from the past. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but we have the water here. The Six of Cups is talking about like a nostalgic feeling. And then the Four of Wands is talking about basically, you know, someone coming together with someone else. Reuniting, basically. That's how we look at that card usually. Yeah, I'll do you right after this, okay, Red? For sure. So let's see, anything you need to know, anything that's, what are you in denial of? Basically, I feel like that. You know what that means, right? I keep having that song in my head. You can go your own way. You know that song? That guy's an asshole, by the way. The one who wrote that song. That's what we found out recently, is that that guy really was like an abusive person to his like whatever, to Stevie Nicks, which is like kind of a trip, huh? Because you think that song's really cool, and then you're like, oh, that guy's kind of an asshole. I don't really want to like that song, but denial is bliss. Fuck no, it isn't. Yeah, until it hits. Until it hits, and then you're like, holy, what have I been doing? What have I been doing? Okay, that shit's real. Like, and you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that position of like, oh my God, dude, am I kidding me? You know. So yeah, you need to do some soul searching though, and you need to do some pretty much getting out on your own and going your own way. Like it's been a long time coming, because you might have a lot right now. You might have like maybe everything you need, like at the you know, like everything that you really kind of just like need to survive. Like you have that. Maybe you have a little bit of what you want to, a little bit of this and that. But whatever you really are looking for, this space right here that's empty, Because these are 8 cups filled to the brim right here, but it's not enough for you. It's just not what you're looking for. So you're really not satisfied like you would like to be. And so it's time to go and find that, you know? Time to stop being afraid, get out there and go and get it, you know? It's time to just do it. And this has been a long time coming for you. That's definitely what that's saying there. Woo! But seriously, so what's the good? What's the, basically, anything you'd like her to know, anything you'd like her to just know, basically, anything you want her to just start thinking about, focusing on, understand, and remind herself of, anything. Time for drastic change, or not, this won't actually be death. This is the Scorpio card. It's not going to actually mean death, but it means that there's change, drastic change, or it's talking about endings of some sort, you know, almost as if a death had occurred, but not literally. But it's just kind of like not looking back, because you can't look back, because basically it's not even alive anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it has changed. Like, it's a death and a rebirth, you know, the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's a transformation. So it's kind of like you can't go back, you know, even if you do go back with like a certain person or with a certain situation or anything, like you can definitely go back, but like you can, it's your choice. But I'm saying, like, it won't be the same. So basically just make those changes, and that's what needs to happen. And it may not even be a choice. It may just be happening, you know, but just accept it. Just take it. And because, like, you know, when you try to deny it or like try to resist change, that's when the tower comes, because it's like you've needed to make these little changes and you're not doing that. So boom, I'm just going to have to do it for you. And it's fucking unpleasant for a lot of people, you know, because they don't like change, including myself. Excuse me, including myself, you know. But yeah, change needs to happen. You need to go your own way. You need to do something soul searching. You need to figure out what it is that you really are looking for, because you're not having it. You're not finding it. It's not here. And it's been like, this has been happening for too long, you know? So it's like, just get out there and fucking do it already. You know what I mean? I feel like you're kind of already starting to do that, though. That's good. You're trying and you're starting to do that. Just stay focused on it, you know? Stay focused on it, and we see good changes here. So, Rid, let's see what's going on for you. Oh, wait, one last thing for glimpses. I don't even know if she's still with us, but she's a busy person. She's a busy girl, so let's see. But let's see. Anything you need to remind yourself of to keep your head up? What do you need to know? Something that's good. You are so awesome. You are so awesome. One more. Actually, 2 more. 3. You are enough. You are enough. I like that, because I feel like a lot of us don't feel that way, you know? A lot of us don't feel that way, and it's true. Do I see an old... I'll get Love You Sunshine after, okay? After Rid. Do you want to finish that question? Because I don't know what you're trying to say. Okay. You make the world a better place. Aw, you too. Jenna, we got some competition. No, I'm kidding. Make the world a better place. Oh, no. So remember that. Do you see an old relationship coming back? Are you talking about Aries? Because I can just look into that itself, you know. Who am I reuniting with? Let's see. You guys, please read the description too. There's links to all of these things. All of these cards I'm using, there's links to them if you guys want to check them out and get them yourself. So check that out. Let's see, can we get a sign, please, for this person that they're likely to be reuniting with? Yep, that's my Zog right there. That's my Zog. Say hey, baby. He's a what? He's so cute. I just gave him a bath yesterday. He's so soft. This is not a new deck. This is old deck. Okay. Give me a sign. Give me an explanation. Give me some kind of a... Okay. Whoa. All right. That's what I was kind of talking about. So there's a lot of stability that needs to happen, but you are seemingly going to be going into a place that's more stable because of, you know, there's constant pentacles coming out here. This is something that you need to like focus on, but I feel like you're focused on that. So that's something that's kind of being brought to your life. And the only sign we have here, hang on a second. This chick is like Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it's not necessarily talking about the person. It could be, but it's not necessarily. To me, it's a characteristic. And what it's saying is this is the person who has their shit together. So basically it's like, you know, this is saying basically, yeah, you're going to have your shit together. That's what you're reuniting with, likely. But there's also a Libra here. But I don't know who the Libra would be in your life because it's like, I know you, but I don't really know you that well. You know, there could be a Libra. But it seems like there's some Libra, but it might not be a Libra. It could just be talking about balance. You know, if this is a characteristic, it's talking about balance. It's talking about stability and balance. But it's headed towards a tower. And the reason it's headed towards a tower is because you didn't make these changes that needed to be made. So now it's like, it's just going to happen and it's going to be pretty fucking gnarly. But the thing is, with the tower, it's not a bad thing. It kind of feels uncomfortable because people are uncomfortable with change. But what it is really just a big change, like in every way. It's a big transformation. It's even more than the death card. It's like truly a transformation. So it's just talking about basically like you pretty much just really making some changes, but not really by your own choice. It's kind of like these things are just going to start happening and it may be kind of uncomfortable at first, but just keep that in mind. Try to keep it in mind that like basically, you know, it's for your highest good. What are you saying? September 26th. Yeah, that's Libra. Yeah. Yeah, that's Libra. So yeah. Is that new person you were telling me about? Is that new? Because yeah, that is Libra actually, September 26th. But yeah, there's gonna be a tower here. This is, you know, but so basically, you know, either you gotta really start getting serious about your balance and stability, or it's gonna like not be good. But the thing is this, it's gonna happen either way. So it's like it doesn't even matter if you're stable and balanced or not. It's like maybe that's what needs to happen for you to be balanced and stable. But I would still focus on that, obviously, you know. That's always gonna just be better because when you're focused and or when you're balanced and stable, I would think, I don't really know for sure. I mean, anything could happen, but I would think things would be a little bit easier to handle in life, you know, no matter what way you look at it. So I would say that that's probably a good focus to have. you know, is stability and balance, whatever that means for you. Hee hee. Yo, old. So there you go. Maybe there is a Libra then that you're reuniting with. And I feel like maybe they're going to add some level of like stability to your life, or maybe they did at the time. And for some reason, though, there's going to be a big drastic change. Let's hang on. I mean, I think it's just because you need to make some changes that haven't been able to happen, but like either way, either way you look at it, like the Tower is like happening not because you did anything wrong or did anything right. It's just something that needs to happen because changes need to happen in a big way that you're not doing. But closed off energy, not giving or taking, just not even responding. What the fuck? Libra. So you're not talking to the person right now. Closed off. There's a lot of, you know, even like anything, like this is kind of like the person, you know, the hand, the cloud with the hand is like taking, is like giving, hey, here you go, here's a cup. And he's like, no, nuh-uh, not gonna do it. No, it's just kind of stubborn. It's kind of petty. You know, it's like, why are you taking it this far? Why are you going this long like this? Like, okay, stop. Like, it's just like dumb at this point. You know, it's kind of just like they're being stubborn about it. Like, why? Like, okay, I said I'm sorry. You know, like, what are you? Non-committal? Non-committal. I don't like the Knight of Wands because it's talking about a person who's like very, very passionate when they're there, but then they're gone and you're like, what the fuck? You know? Like they're just not, and it's probably nothing to do with you. It's just like who they are, you know? But new beginning, maybe a pregnancy. If that's not possible though for you, like that's possible. And if it's not, then it's talking about a new beginning. So that's the thing though about the Knight of Wands. Here, let me get another card just to make sure. What's after the Empress? Can you explain that? Can you pull this together for me so I can understand if can you confirm what I'm seeing it as, or am I wrong? Okay. Well, which way is that going to go then? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we see the Death card again. And what that's telling me is that like there's going to be an ending at the end of it, or there's going to be a big change. You know, that's possible. But you know, this person's non-committal, they're closed off right now. There's going to be a new start, or at least that's the idea. That's, you know, there's an opportunity for that. But I said, you know, what's after this? And it's going, okay, well, this might be something you end up regretting, because the Page of Wands is like hasty decision making, like one that you might end up regretting. Like it's like too soon or too hasty without thinking much, just kind of doing it, you know? And so then what's after that? Well, Page of Pentacles, that doesn't seem too bad. It's kind of like the premature stages of you know, getting back on your feet, being more stable. Like this is the idea. This is a constant in your head. This is, you know, maybe after this, you realize, okay, fuck, I kind of like did that too soon. That was too quick and that kind of fucked up, or something was, you know, I regret it for some reason. But then it's like, okay, kind of like try to shift the focus back, but you're still like waiting for more information. I feel like you have all the information you need. It's just you waiting there. You're like Seven of Pentacles energy, like just waiting. Like don't wait for anything. Like, I mean, you know, it's like you have all the information you need. It's not like this is something you don't, but maybe you don't understand. I don't know. I mean, to me, I feel like it's you waiting there and you're wasting time waiting. Like you want more information, you want enlightenment. This light around his head, it's like he wants to understand something. He wants enlightenment. He wants more information so that he can better, you know, understand the situation, you know? But I feel like that's like you just waiting for a person who's not committed anyway, you know, or a situation that's just not long lasting anyway for some reason. You know, it's like, what is the Four of Pentacles here for? I mean, the Four of Cups. Trapped. Either they feel trapped or you feel trapped waiting. But there was a connection there, so that makes sense, you know, and that's probably why you feel trapped, because it's like the person maybe isn't showing too much right now, but then like the reason you feel trapped is because this is what they were showing before. So you're kind of like confused now. Like, should I wait? Because, you know, that kind of seemed like it was cool. But it's like time to start taking responsibility, or make them take responsibility, because if they don't, then you have to take responsibility for your life and understand, like, this is my life. I'm not going to like waste my time. I'm not going to do this, but it is up to me at this point to make the next move. And if the next move is waiting for a person, that's not really a move. You know, something's coming to light, realization. You're having a new perspective on something. It's like obvious now. Okay, money, or being overly focused on it. Maybe that's what all this was about, was security or something, you know? Maybe you really were thinking about the money, or how they could take care of you, or how they could provide something like that to you. Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it. So it's really not too much of an emotional thing then, right? I mean, I don't know if you'll be willing to say that that's the case, but I mean, basically it's saying like you wanted to have, maybe that is an emotional thing, because if you don't have now security, it's kind of like, that sucks, right? But this is still reminding me that there is still a caring side of the situation. I don't think they're a total piece of shit. Maybe it just, I don't know, maybe it just couldn't, I don't know, but there's change. So you're going to see a lot of changes with this person. You might give them another chance, though. You might see it again happening. But then I wouldn't be surprised if it, you know, same thing happens again, like, because they're non-committal. I'm just saying they're not, they don't have the balls to be in it for the long haul. No, people get bored, I guess, you know, and I just don't, I mean, it seems like it's just how they are. And there's really not much that you could do to change that. It's not something you did. It's just kind of them. So I wouldn't take it personal. See this motherfucker right here? Oh my God. Don't do that. Please don't. Wait. Look at him. This garden's trying to grow. It's gonna take a while. And he's just like, yeah, I'll wait. No, 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 no. Okay? No. We're not waiting. Okay, so let's see. Rid, where you at? Are you here, Rid? Sorry about that. I kind of went off in a tangent there because it was like necessary. All right, Rid. Give me Rid's message. You need to manifest something. Something's, oh, and it looks like you are. There could be a Leo in your life. There could be a Cancer in your life. It's like you're moving forward, but you're kind of trying to take the shortcut, you know, like don't, like basically, there's a lot of manifestation that's able to happen here for Rid. I don't know if you're still here. Okay, yeah. So Rid, you know, this is, you have everything you need to take action, and it seems like you're going to be taking action. Like you're ambitious about something and you're going to be taking action, and you're, you know, being strong about something. Maybe it's something you went through, or maybe it's a Leo, right? And it could be that, you know, this is giving you ambition to move forward and to take action in some way that you need to be taking action right now, like some new project, some kind of thing you're trying to put together and manifest. I feel like that's very possible for you, and you're coming up as the King of Wands too. So it's like you're going to be ambitious. You're going to be not afraid to take action. You're going to be taking action. You're going to be going for it. And the thing though is like, you know, strength. We got strength here. We have the Chariot. So it's like, you know, as you move forward, be strong. As you know, push yourself in whatever direction you're going. Just try to like keep your head straight, I guess you could say, and keep your head strong. You know, just be strong. Doesn't seem like it'll be a problem. But here you're headed straight for something that is just not straight up. It's just not something that's like it seems like you're going to try to take a shortcut. You're going to try to take the easy way out without someone's knowledge, or try to maybe cheat, like not necessarily with a person, but just like you're sneaking, you know, you're not letting someone know about something. It's kind of like you're trying to take the easy way, maybe, I guess you could say. You know, it's like you're just taking the way that's like, and no one knows, though. Like, you're not being straight up about it. It's not something to be straight up about. It's something that you do secretly, I guess, you know? Apparently, because the Seven of Swords is pretty secretive, and he's just kind of like trying to do something behind someone's back. Let's see what else we can get out of this. What's the Seven of Swords here for? Oh my God, I just had deja vu. What does that mean? Some people say it means, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God, that's so weird. I've said this before. Oh my God. What does that mean? Some people think it means, some people think it means, that's a trip. Some people think it means that it's a good thing, like, you know, good things are happening. And some people think like, oh, fuck, that means something bad's going to happen. And I'm just like, I don't know what it means. It's just trippy, though. It's okay, Bess. All right. What's the Seven of Swords here for? Okay, maybe it is cheating. Because look, stuck in a love situation, stuck in an abundance of love situation, but stuck. So why would you be stuck in a feeling of abundance of love? Maybe you're blocking that from happening, or this is like something where it's fake, or it feels like you feel like love is there, so you feel stuck because it's not there. You know what I mean? Like it's, you feel like it should be though, or something. You know, you just feel it even though it's, so you feel stuck. But you're taking action, you're moving forward, so pull this together. Yeah, you're just a caring person, or maybe they are, but you, it seems like you maybe are like, you said you're stuck. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense with the Eight of Swords. I mean, look at her. She's pretty stuck, but really she's not, which is cool because, you know, it's a mental energy. It's like she thinks that she's stuck. It's in her head though. It's not real. It's not to invalidate what you're feeling, because it feels very real to you. It's, you know, your life, but it really isn't that way. Like, you know, she has a blindfold on, so she doesn't know that all these swords around her, all they're really doing is sticking in the ground. They're not stopping anyone from doing anything. Her hands are tied. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, but her ankles aren't. So she can really just walk away, but it doesn't feel like she can. So, you know, in her experience of the situation, well, right here anyway, she doesn't know that she can walk away. She thinks she's stuck. So really you can walk away, but you just have to know that, you know, and you don't know that. So here I'm telling you, now you know. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like whatever situation you feel stuck right now, it's like, it's your life. You can really get yourself out of it. It's just like, you know, there's things preventing you from doing that. And so basically, in essence, you're keeping yourself stuck because you feel like you don't want to do something that you don't want to do, but you kind of have to do that because then you won't be stuck anymore. But it feels like counterproductive. I mean, it isn't. It really isn't. You know, it's just that sometimes decisions that we have to make are difficult, but it doesn't mean that it's bad for you. So, enough said there. But yeah, there could be something you're manifesting. So don't take any shortcuts or easy way out, because it seems like that's going to make you feel even more stuck. Maybe, okay, so what we're talking about here possibly with the Ace of Cups is something you're passionate about. So if that's what we're talking about here, we're talking about you moving forward into something that is either someone's being sneaky with you or you're being sneaky with them. Maybe, okay, let's put it on a very minor scale and say that you're just not being honest about how you feel about something. That's what you're hiding. Let's just say that's what you're hiding. Okay, well, that's not going to work for you because it looks like you're going to feel stuck because you're not saying how you feel, you know? Either way you look at it, it's like you're going to feel stuck in this situation if you're sneaking around and doing something that is without someone's knowledge that they should know, you know, someone who should know about it, and you're keeping it from them, like if it's their business. So just try not to like keep anything in or hide anything, especially when it comes to matters of the heart and in love and just things that you care about very much. Because it kind of seems like, okay, yeah, I want to not say how I feel about that because it's going to hurt if I'm rejected, or if I like am not understood correctly, or if I'm like dismissed and invalidated. But really, it's going to be more important for you to just say how you feel and just be how you are and who you are. Grazie. That's cool. Strong voice. That's awesome. It's good to know. So, you know what my dad told me yesterday was, just be you in this world. You know, you just got to be yourself. He's all, that's all I ask. And I was like, what? Oh my God. This whole time I've been trying to get your fucking approval and you're telling me to be myself. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I would tell anyone the same thing, but like when it comes to me, like, it's like hard to like hear that from, I don't know. It's just like, oh, okay. Like, oh yeah, you know, like it's that simple, huh? Like it's like, you know, people forget that like it's that simple. I mean, really, fuck them, you know? Like why? I don't know. Anyway, red, let's see. What do they need to know? You need to take responsibility for something. Or you need, or someone needs to. Here is that nasty energy again. A lot of people are getting this. I think everyone's gotten this except for the last one I just did. This is ugly. This is bad. This is a bully right here. So, and it's causing a lot of problems with not just you and them, but with other people too. And I feel like whoever's doing it isn't realizing it, you know, because they don't give a fuck anyway, you know, they don't care. So that's what they're doing and they don't care. So they don't know. They're not going, yeah, I know it's me. They're not going, yeah, I know I need to change. They're just going, fuck you. I don't, what? You know, like, no, it's your fault. You know what I mean? They're not taking responsibility and they kind of need to, but they're not going to. So why is this here? You know, what's weird is what keeps coming out is like a caring, nurturing person. Water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that you're indecisive about. And then we also have the air. This is air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there's a water sign, there's an air sign here. And I would say the air sign is the one causing the trouble because that's swords as well. And it's kind of like you are in between being caring for this person and also in between trying to hold them responsible for what they've done. And you're going back and forth on this, and it's just like, it's time to just make a fucking decision on it. Like, really, when you think about it, what are you weighing? What options are you weighing? Like, what is just as important as the other thing? I mean, to have a fucking asshole in your life or to not? Like, it seems like it's, you know, I mean, there's other things that are like, obviously making you think they're not just a complete dick because, look, you still care. But, like, I mean, it just seems obvious that I'm telling you, this is in no way is this ever okay or good. This is not a fair, compromising, understanding, you know, like pick on someone your own side. No, it's like this person is going to win at all costs and they don't give a fuck what it's going to take. And that's really just not a good energy to be around. So if there's somebody like that around you, get away from them. Seems obvious, but they're causing a lot of trouble. So, I mean, you would already know who this is. So, and it could just be talking about like maybe there's like certain characteristics and certain people you associate with that are like very toxic and negative. And it's like, why do I even associate with that person? Like, that's just really fucking wrong. Why am I even cool with that at all? You know? And it's like causing drama. Like, they could be a person that kind of goes around and like tells you one thing, tells another person another thing, tells another person another thing. And then it's like everyone's fighting. Like, this whole situation is happening. And then they're not even sure why. Because all they know is what they've been told by one person, but it's not even anything true or it's twisted in some way. You know what I mean? Okay. So who was next? I think I said, who's that one person that came? Oh yeah, love you, sunshine. That's who it was. I see right there. So let's see. Been through something lately, or there's a Leo around who left you out in the cold, or you left them out in the cold? You kind of like left them hanging, or they left you hanging? Maybe literally out in the cold, like now you have no place to live? No, but that happened to somebody I know recently. That's why I'm saying that, but it's possible, you know, but it could just be something like, you know, emotionally, they're just kind of like left you hanging or neglect you. And maybe you just feel like you're kind of like left hanging. And so very quickly, yeah, there's disappointment. And this is kind of a good thing though, I feel like, because you kind of need to look at the negative in the situation. Like this person or this thing that you're disappointed in, it's kind of valid. So I mean, like, don't feel like if this is you feeling like this, it's kind of like, that's okay to be disappointed about that, because that's not really cool to be left out in the cold, you know? And so you're being strong about this right now. That's why this is here, because it's requiring this, you know? So let's see. Ashish. Let's see. Ashish. Hey, you know, if it resonates, take it, you know? If it doesn't, don't, of course. Okay, so let's see what Ashish. Give me their energy. Give me their whole situation. Is it a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces? And if not, I would say the person has care, you know? I would say that they're basically caring, but from a distance. Like, they're not going to be all lovey-dovey and stuff. It's just basically like, you know that they care, like from a distance though. It's not like, oh, I love you. But it's like, you know that person has like that silent caring, and like they just don't want anything bad to happen to you. Okay. They want to give to you. Are you younger than them? If so, then I would say they want to give to you, care for you. Along with the King of Cups, that goes. But I mean, like, if you're older than them and they're younger, maybe they're looking at you as kind of a trigger who is like almost like a mommy issue thing. No, it doesn't have to be a water sign, but it's coming out as the King of Cups. So it could be water, but if it's not, then it's just talking about a person who's caring from a distance, though. It's not really probably really obvious. Like, they're not going to be like straight out tell you that they love you or something, but like they're going to be, you know, that they don't like want anything bad to happen to you. And you probably think they might like be there for you or something, like, but they're not going to be all like telling you that all the time and shit. It's not like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is more nurturing and motherly, which the King of Cups is nice, but I mean, he's just not so obvious about it. In a way, it kind of reminds me of Capricorn. It's kind of like that quiet care. Like, they're not all emotional, lovey-dovey and shit, touchy-feely. Well, I mean, they can be touchy-feely, but they're not like, it's not obvious. It's kind of just like, but they still are like, you know, there. But they're not all like, oh my God, I love you, da, 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 and it's just not obvious all the time, but sometimes they look pissed off when they're not. I think that's just earth signs in general, though. So, you're younger. Yeah, I would say that they want to give to you then. Or provide for you or care for you in some way. You know, they're caring towards you. So even more so. What's coming out? Something's coming out or into the light. Or maybe this just you feel comfortable with them. Something's coming out. And what is it? That there's no equal give and take? Or maybe they think that they're really helping you, like they think they're above you. I don't really want to associate it like that. Well, let's see. Pull it together. Give me some. Is it negative or positive? Fuck. Okay, one more time. Is it negative or positive? Because that could mean either thing, you know? There's hope if you take action. I feel like somebody isn't giving enough to the situation, and there's an imbalance of, you know, the exchange is imbalanced between give and take. It's like somebody's giving more than taking. I mean, someone's giving more than taking and someone's taking more than giving. And so, but there is hope in, like, okay, so I have Aquarius here as well. But there is hope in the situation. Have faith in it if you're going to take the appropriate actions, basically, to make everybody feel like they're on the same page. It's like, don't be just taking and don't be just giving. But this is something maybe you didn't realize and maybe you need to realize, because the sun is like saying like, okay, it's out in the light now. It's obvious. Like, stop. You know, you can't, this is not in the dark anymore. It's out here. It's true. It's happening. You know, it's a thing. Okay. So give me the lowdown on this. What are his intentions? What's his agenda? So maybe he wants to be helping you. You know, he wants to be supportive for sure. I mean, I can't really see it any other way with this one. It's like he's providing, and it's a cup. So it's emotional, you know. Stability. Security, you know. Libra. Balance. Maybe balance is needed here, but yeah, it's kind of like we keep getting this whole energy, this whole like theme of, you know, see here. See how he's holding these scales, and so is she. I don't know if you could see that, but they're both holding the scales. There's not too much light over here, but they're both holding the scales right here. Well, she's right here, but they're both holding the scales, and so there's definitely balance needed in this. Maybe they're giving to you and you're not really appreciative of that, or maybe that's, you know, something like you need to start thinking about more. Because it's like they're giving and they're really helping too. Because in a way, it's kind of like you're in the position of the peasant, right? So they're helping, they're providing this, and it's like it keeps saying that you need to balance this out, or you need to be appreciative or something, and make the other person feel valued of what they're giving, because then this is able to happen. This is an opportunity. It's not a given. So, you know, it might get taken away if you're not appreciative of it or something, or if you think it's a given. Maybe they're going to be like, you know, because it's like, I just want. I'll take more. I'll take anything you can give me. And it's like, no, you can't be doing that. Just I have trust issues in general. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, like it's saying basically like if you don't, if you're not like understanding and if you're not like appreciative of this, it could like maybe go away, you know? It could maybe like not continue this way. So you might end up being like, fuck, I should have been appreciative of that. Like I feel like maybe you're not really seeing it that way now. You know, because the Nine of Cups is like talking about a person who's like, he has all these cups that are filled and he's just sitting there like not sharing and not really trying to be like, thanks. He's just kind of like, yeah, I deserve it, you know, and I'll take more too. Do you have anything else? You know, it's kind of like greedy in a way. So if you're not appreciative of his help, then it might not be there very much longer. Or his support, whatever he's doing to support you, you know, in some way he's like being supportive and he feels like maybe you don't really care about that or something, you know. Let's see what his whole deal is. What's his problem? His problem is he fucking cares about you, and he probably likes you too, because honestly, the Page of Cups, it's offering you something, some kind of connection, and he cares. Maybe he just cares too much. I'm sorry. I feel like that's just, I don't know. I have a thing with men. I just like, that's fucking bullshit. But it's not, you know, it could be true. But there's going to be a big change here. Why? Big drastic change. What the fuck? Dude, I'm telling you, this card, it's following everybody tonight. It's following everyone. Like somebody, it's an ugly energy. So maybe this is festering underneath. Like this is like really how they are, but they're not showing that right now. They're being like overly helpful. And it's really hiding the fact that they're kind of, there's Cancer here. This is Scorpio. Cancer, Scorpio. And then we have an abundance of water here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I mean, why is there so much water? This is emotional. You say it's work related, but it's an emotional thing. Like it's for some reason, there's, you know, there's more to it than just that. And I feel like that's because underneath they fucking like you and they're going to get pissed if you don't start showing that in return, or they're going to be competitive in some way. I don't know if you're involved with somebody else, but maybe they're jealous about that or something. There's like, yeah, I know, right? Because it kind of seems like this is festering underneath. What is the Five of Swords here for? Yeah, it has to do with stability. Maybe your job situation, but why? Somebody being closed off. I'm telling you, you're going to lose this person. If you don't like. Okay, but you say you're helpful. What does she need to do then? Money is coming in. So are you on a business? Like you're in a partnership with the person. And like you guys are making money, but it's like maybe somebody's wanting more money. They're being greedy about it or something. And that person's going to think this is fucking bullshit. I'm out. I don't know if it's you or them. I mean, it seems like there's like, first of all, there's an imbalance, but the Five of Swords here is talking about somebody who wants to win at all costs. So someone who's going to feel slighted in some way and who's going to try to win the situation. Who is this about? Okay, I see Libra here, just flew out. Gemini. But I saw Libra first. That card flew the fuck out. So I would focus on a Libra, but let's see. Gemini, Libra, Aries, maybe Leo. We have the Sun. Something's coming out. Somebody feels like they're dissed. Like I said, someone feels dissed. And I think it's because they're going to ask you out, because look at this. We have the Lovers and we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. That's somebody offering you something, a connection. And then we have here someone feeling left out in the cold because of a decision made. Someone's very independent here. They don't want to. It's funny because Libra and Aries are opposites. And what we see here with that is the Aries card is very, the Aries in general are very like independent. They don't need to listen to, it's like they know what they're doing. They're like on their own shit. Libra, on the other hand, really wants to connect with people. They need like that partner to feel whole, I guess you could say, which a lot of people feel that way. But I'm just saying, like, that's kind of like Libra's work with people. They connect, they mediate, they make things like okay between people and groups, and like they connect with people. They don't really feel so great being on their own. So it's kind of weird how those two energies are coming out. I think there's somebody here who doesn't want to. They almost diss the person. They don't want to be with the person. The person gets kind of upset about that. But this is more than that. Like, this is going to affect your money because you're working with them. That's not, you don't mix work with that. You don't work with pleasure. You don't date at work. That's not going to be good, because if something happens, look what the fuck happens. You're uncomfortable. They say that like we spend the most amount of time in our lives at our job. I don't know if that's so true anymore. I mean, probably if you work like normal people do, I guess. I mean, but if you have a fucked up situation at work, it's going to suck. You know what I mean? Because you're spending most of your time there. I think you just need to keep it work related and not, but that's the thing too, is that I think this person's taking it a little further than that. And then they're going to get kind of pissed when you don't reciprocate, You might just lose them just because of that. But fuck it. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you can't help who you like or who you don't like, or you shouldn't even go there anyway because it's work, Yeah, I think I would just not even, just try to, be a team player and all that, but try to stick to yourself in a way too, like, just don't get too emotionally involved with anybody at work. Like, it just seems like that could go wrong because somebody's going to get pissed when they don't get what they want out of it, and then it's going to be very uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think he has feelings, honestly. Like, I don't think it's just like that for him. What do you need to remind yourself of? Yeah, and I'm saying your money's going to take a hit, like with this person and you. I'm telling you, there's somebody at your work who is, if it's not this person, then it's somebody else. I don't really see it as you, but it seems like you, like I said, just keep to yourself. Don't get too emotionally involved with anybody. Don't tell anybody things that are personal about yourself. Just don't trust people. Like you said, you have trust issues. Well, I'm not saying don't trust anybody, but it's work. It's not like best friends from kindergarten. It's work. So, I mean, you don't really know these people that well, except for at work. And I just feel like somebody there is competitive. Maybe they're jealous and they want your position. Maybe they're going to try to act like your friend and they're really not, or something. Just don't open up to people emotionally too much, You are capable of amazing things. Try to keep work and personal life separate, You're capable of amazing things. You care and it shows. You are one of a kind. Aww. You are one of a kind. Yeah, it is a weird situation, huh? Because it's like someone's caring, but then there's also that nasty Five of Swords. That Five of Swords is where it's at right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, if the Five of Swords is there, how caring can you really be? I feel like that's festering or something underneath, because really, like, you're not caring in the Five of Swords. You're not both of those things at the same time. That doesn't work like that. The Five of Swords is not a caring person. Like, it doesn't, like, I feel like it's just, if the person who's the Five of Swords is also the person coming out as the King of Cups, then it's not genuine, because that person is trying to, they're trying to create an image of themselves. That's obviously a favorable image, but it's an image, you know, it's not like real. It's kind of just like fake. So, Desiree. Yeah, that's funny because I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, look at this too. Sorry, Buzz, can I see this really quick? Sorry, baby. You are my sunshine. Just like, oh my God, I'm retarded. Okay, here you go, baby. You want the pillow back? You want the pillow? Here. Here, baby. You want the pillow back? Here. Okay, I guess you don't. Fine, that's cool. Okay. Okay. Yep, getting a little tired. Okay. Desiree. Yeah, I think that's a sign that we need to use a different deck now, huh? Let's do that. Okay. So, let's take 5 minutes, you guys. And I'm serious. When I say 5 minutes, I don't mean 10, I don't mean 7, I mean 5 minutes. I'm talking to myself. I'm putting myself in check right now, not you. So, literally 5 minutes to stretch, get some tea, go pee, and come back, okay? So, I'll be right back. And another thing. Remember, more people should be like you. You are such a blessing. Okay, there you go. That's your card. You are such a blessing. Okay, let's take 5. Be right back. Be right back. Maybe not. Huh? Oh, it's right here. Come on, Buzz. Come on, Buzz. Okay, no, but this time I'm getting this seat. You can go somewhere else. Oh shit. You can sit right there, okay? Because it's uncomfortable for me when you're sitting here too. I was just eating the fuck out of some rainbow sherbet right now, and oh my god, my mouth is like, it's numb. I needed some throat coat because, yeah, my strong voice is becoming weak. All right. So, Desiree. Okay, Desiree. I feel so much better now. I'm gonna use a different deck though. I don't like this deck very much. Are we looking at love or what are we looking at, Desiree? General? Or did you want to look at love? Or did you want a chakra wisdom? I feel like you need a chakra wisdom. No, 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 no. Go. Go lay down. I want you up here. Come on. No, no. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I want you somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Right there. That's your spot right there. You're going to knock this shit over. It's not going to be cute. Just stay. Stay. Stay there. I got to give him a blanket or something so he'll lay down. Stay there. Stay there, baby. Here, I'll do this one. Slap. I didn't realize it was like way under that. No, no, no. Here. Wait. No. Oh my God, Buzz. He's gonna do it anyway. Knock down everything. All right, fine. You're good. I love you. I'm sorry. Okay, you want this kid up? I have to move you over here. And you, I may have to move over here. No, I gave you your spot, dude. Oh my God. He is ridiculous. He's too much. Oopsie daisies. He's too much. Please stay. Of course not. I think it's safe to say I need a better stand for this. It's just too much. Will you stay like that? Even though it's retarded? Hang on a second. Let me take myself off here really quick. Just leave us on here. Sorry, Desiree. Let me just get a perfect setup for us. Because this thing is, it's going to get to the point where it's just annoying. So let's not do that. Let's not be annoying. I guess I'll just leave it here. I don't know. All right, here maybe. Sorry. It's gonna have to fucking work, I guess. I like that one way more. That's a good setup. That's good lighting. That'll do her. Okay. So let's see. Can you tell me why Dustin the Leo was super nice? I felt this vibe off of him. I think I know, but I just want to make sure. Let's see if we can figure this out. Dustin the Leo. Dustin the Leo. What is up with Dustin? Why is he so nice? He's too nice. No, I'm kidding. Why is he so nice? Why was he so nice to you? Can we get some information on that? Oops. I'm all mixed up. Okay, we're back. So it seems like there's not really a straight answer here, and that's interesting because you aren't confused by it. So it's kind of cool because it's like, actually, maybe it's not, because it's kind of saying that there's mixed messages here. So maybe you think you know, but you really don't understand. And maybe that's what it's saying. It's like the moon. The moon is everything that lacks clarity. I mean, it's everything that's like I don't understand what's happening here. There's no clarity. There's no like, everything just seems like basically I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it seems like it's this, but then it seems like it's that. So, I mean, the fact that you aren't confused and you think you know is interesting. Maybe you don't. Also, this is Pisces energy. I know you said we're dealing with a Leo, but just saying. So what's Dustin Leo's reason for being? Maybe he's confused about how he feels about you. Maybe he's feeling mixed about you, or he's on. It's, you know, he doesn't have clarity on how he feels about you. Let's see. Oops. Well, I told you to go over there. Why are you like being all uncomfortable? He is so freaking like, I swear. He just has to be a little diva. Oh wait, okay, so we got the King of Swords, which is somebody who's very straightforward and kind of cold and unemotional, not really very I had another card that was flipped over. I guess not. I guess I don't. But yeah, it's like somebody who's very cold in their communication. Like they're not very emotionally, they're not like sympathetic, they're just kind of like straightforward. And so the thing is like, well, wow. So this could be this could actually be headed toward a committed relationship. And I say that because, you know, the King of Swords isn't really the best kind of energy you'd want in a relationship. Like you're not going to feel very like, you know, the person understands you, are very close. But the thing is, he's honest, you know, he's straightforward. And that's the thing that you kind of do want. And this person's responsible. You know, they have a lot of responsibility that they take care of. So I would say that the person's ready for a commitment. Like they're not like shying away from any kind of like responsibility. You know, they're already used to that. So, I mean, for them to be honest as well is like, they're just kind of like, it's kind of a good mix. You know, it's a good thing together. The only thing, and they feel a connection with you, but the only thing that's kind of off balance or like, you know, different than the others is, you know, the moon here. So I think he's just a little unsure of how he feels, but I think the reason he was nice to you is because he feels a connection with you. I mean, the Two of Cups is hard to mistake as anything else. He feels like you guys get each other, and he just wants to kind of get to know you a little bit more, I would say, you know? Like, you know, I mean, there's something there, so it's like, why wouldn't he be nice, you know? But he's a little bit confused. Let's see why the moon's here. Yeah, so he's a fire sign, right? He's a Leo. So we have the King of Wands here, which is the King of Fire. But he's nervous about a new beginning with someone, with you, apparently. He doesn't really know how he feels about, you know, maybe he's just like a person who doesn't really like to be in committed relationships. So he's kind of like, why am I feeling like this about this person? Like, that's not like me. I don't even know. I don't trust this. I mean, I don't know for sure if that's what it is. We'll look into it more, but I'm just saying, like, that could be kind of where he's at with it. Maybe that's why he's confused. Why is the moon here? He's been fucked over in the past, basically. He doesn't want to, you know, likely story for every fucking person, right? Same thing for everybody, pretty much. Don't want to be fucked over again. Don't want to be abandoned. Don't want to ghost you and close you out. You know, like maybe he's, you know, maybe this has been a pattern for him, or this is a pattern that he does. Somebody who, like, this person is blocked and not, like, they're not giving or taking anything from the relationship. They're not putting any effort out anymore. Not now, but I'm saying this energy of this card. And then they're walking away from it. So it's, or maybe this and then that, you know, just depending. It's basically saying like the person's done and they're going to block you and maybe even ghost you, you know. And it's not, I'm not saying he's going to, I'm saying this is the reason that he's confused, right? So to me, it's saying either he's experienced this a lot or this is what he does. And so he just like, you know, he's been fucked over a lot, or he fucks people over. But I don't think if he does fuck people over, I don't think he'd probably look at it that way, you know? Like, yeah, I fuck people over a lot and I'm just kind of nervous about doing that to this person. Like, no, I don't think he'd really think like that, but who knows? You said he got hurt. I felt bad because he got hurt. I felt bad because I went through it. Oh, you went through the same thing he was hurt by. Hi, Phantom Punk 007. I haven't seen your ass in ages. What the hell? What are you doing? We'll do you next, okay? Okay. So, oh, I'm sorry. Actually, what's your name? Chandra. I'm not done with you yet, Desiree, but Chandra Sikar. That's who I'll do after, and then I'll do Phantom Monk, okay? Because I've been seeing her name, or him or her name, and then 007, I have to do you because I haven't seen you in ages. But okay. Yeah, obviously, huh? Good for you, though. That's good. You know, it's good. You're focused on your actual, you know, responsibilities in life. That's good. So you said, so I felt his pain and I'm giving him space. Okay. So maybe that's what he's confused about too. Or no, I mean, he's probably just confused about, like, basically, so you're saying he just got hurt recently is what you're saying. Wow. So obviously that's, you know, if he was fucked over, it's a confusing situation in general. So that's good to know, though, that it's not him who did it, you know. But do you know that for sure? Like, let's see what his energy is, because sometimes, like, I don't know if you've known him since, you know, you were born and shit. Maybe you trust the guy, but if you don't know him that well, I mean, I'm jaded as fuck. So to me, it's like when somebody says like their ex was this or that, I'm like, okay, but I don't know. Maybe that's because it could be them who's like, I'm just not trying to freak you out. I'm just saying, like, you can't always trust what people say. Like, you want to dodge a bullet by knowing like what happened and how it went down to prevent like that from happening to you. Because like if the person, you said we just meet online. Okay, yeah. So you don't know if anything that's fucking saying is true, actually. And women, well, and men, but women especially, it's like, how do you get a woman to pay attention to you or like notice you or like, I don't know, give you something by saying that you have something wrong with you, you know, something, I need help, I'm sad, I'm going through it. And women are like, oh, and it's just like a fucking trap sometimes. So you have to really be careful who you give that sympathy to, who you give that attention to, you know, because you don't know this person. You don't know if he's, it could be just a sob story that he's using to pull you in. And I'm jaded as fuck, mind you. So that's why I think like that. But I mean, it happens. So I'm just saying, like, who is this person that comes into your life and just tells you that he's going through it? Like, why is he doing that if he doesn't know you? You know, what is the reason? Why is he telling you that? Like, what is he trying to get you to, you know? Maybe he's just sharing. I don't know. Thanks, Jenna, for keeping up with me. Damn, 10 days later. You guys really hit it off, huh? We met online and instant connection. So you could be getting catfished too. You don't even know if he really looks like that. Just saying. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to like put negative into the situation completely. I don't know. He could be awesome. But it's just kind of troubling a little bit to meet a person and have them just tell you, hey, I'm fucking heartbroken. And it's like, you know, you would think you wouldn't want somebody to know that about you. Like, if you're trying to get them to be with, like, you know, if you're trying to look attractive or something to a new person, you don't want to seem like you're all broken as fuck, you know, except for somebody who wants you to feel bad because they know that that's how they get you. Okay. This card's saying that the person cares and is nurturing, but this could be talking about you. So I'm basically trying to figure out what their energy is and what their intentions are with you. So let's look at that. Let's focus on that because that's what's important to me right now. I feel like that's something that we need to understand about this. Okay. What'd you say? That's fast what? Oh. Yeah, that kind of is fast, huh? 10 days. It's like, that's what I mean. You guys must have just really felt that, right? How long did you guys date for, Jenna? Is that what his family said too? Oh, we FaceTime and talk on the phone and Snapchat. We show our face a lot. Okay, so you're video chatting. What else? Okay, no, yeah, that's not my business. But just keep in mind, if there's other things involved in these video chats, just know that, you know, if they're getting what they want out of it already, it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm probably shouldn't be doing this reading because I'm jaded as fuck, but it was wild. Okay. So you talk all the time. Talk all the time. We talk about our daily routines and talk about our day, especially we talk about anything and everything. Nice. So you know about him pretty well then. You know about his past relationships. You know about how he acts in relationships. Or do you guys not talk about relationships at all? Do you guys talk about, we find interest in everything and can make a conversation. So do you guys get deep? Do you ask him about like what he feels about certain things, how he reacts to certain things, how he copes with shit emotionally? I know it seems like a straight up weird question to ask somebody, how do you cope with your problems? But seriously, it's important. Remember, Jenna, that one time you were like, ask him like, you know, you said something like, ask him like on a first date, what do you ask him? Say like, how are you coping with your childhood traumas? Like, how do you go about and it seems so like, what the fuck? But it really is important to know that shit because that kind of tells you a lot about a person is how they're dealing with shit that's hard, you know? Like, you want to know, are they in it for the long haul? Are they strong enough? Are they fucking like able to take care of themselves? Like, you know, no hate if they're not, but it's just like, you want to know those things to know, are you going to be like a babysitter or are you going to be like a fucking person who's brought down by this person? Like, I guess you don't really know that until it's kind of too late, but you can kind of see those things before they happen. And if you're paying attention, I guess, if you just want to like idolize a person, then you won't see it. But we talked about how we cope and how we got hurt. Never a dull moment. So what is something, here's what I want to ask you. What's something that you don't like about him? Name one thing that you don't like about him. Can you do that right now? Do you know? Is there anything? Or is there like nothing right now? You're just kind of like, no, there's nothing. Is there anything? Hi, Ashley. Okay, we'll get to you right after this, okay? Thank you. Honestly, nothing. Okay, so that's the thing, though, Desiree. Just hear me out, okay? That's the thing about something like this is that it's great. Everything seems perfect, right? You talk, you get deep, you cope. Or, I mean, you talk about how you cope. You're getting personal. You're getting deep, and you like this person, and you like them a lot. You talk about everything all the time. There's never a dull moment, and you can't find anything that you don't like about them. That's a red flag to me. That's a fucking red flag as fuck to me. And I'm just saying because either you're the type of person that's going to idolize the person and see nothing bad when there's bad things, because everybody has bad things. And it's just important to know what you don't like about a person, just because then you know that they're a person. You know, they're not fake, you know? And so it could partially be you too. It could partially be that you're just idolizing them and they're just kind of like, you know, you don't want to see the bad. And maybe it is that they're showing bad, but you don't want to see that. So it could partially be you. But it could also be that maybe they're not showing any of those traits right now because they're kind of just, you know, putting on this show. So, I mean, just be careful of that. This is a challenge that I want you to do. I want you to do this. Okay, after this live. This week, this is your assignment. Find something you don't like about him. Find something you don't like. Okay? I'm not talking about he laughs weird. I'm talking about something about him that you don't like. And I'm saying that because you just need to understand what you don't. You know what I mean? Like, I hate how he hates feet, especially mine. I hate how he looks at me when I try to make him laugh and he makes an ugly face before he likes. Okay, so you're like, okay, I found something. Okay, so like he hates feet and yours. Okay, that's okay. I'm talking about like how he treats people or how he is like dismissive about or like anything, you know, about how he, not like his preferences and his likes, but his like personality, you know, like how he is. Like something that you kind of like, you know, that you're not really, you're kind of like, well, maybe nothing's showing yet. I mean, because he's putting on his best self, but I'm just saying, you need to find something that you don't like, because then first of all, you find out, can I deal with that in a relationship long term? Because that behavior is probably not going to become less. It's probably going to become more. But and at the same time, it's like you have to also know, because then you know that you're dealing with a real person. You're not idolizing them. So let's see. What are their intentions with you? So is he complimenting you a lot or what? Or is he's just always there? Every time you call, he's always there, right? Every single time. You guys talk all the time. You always want to talk. You're always constantly talking. And has he said things to you that you kind of feel better about yourself now? You're like, oh shit, yeah, okay, well that's nice, you know. But he's kind of like maybe doing it subtly, or maybe he's doing it excessively. But either way, it's like he's being. It's like, okay, think about it. If you didn't have him in your life right now, you said yes, we compliment each other a lot. If you didn't, if you left your life right now, what would that do to you? Would you feel? He sees mean people as funny when it's not. I don't like when he's mean to his friends, but in a playful way. Okay. There you go. There's something. So is he mean to you like that or no? When, what do you say? We bring each other up and make each other feel better. And how do you do that? By like complimenting each other, or by just like talking about it and stuff? Like, what do you mean? I'm getting at something. Just don't worry. Libra card, justice, balance. Hell no, he's not mean to me. But he's mean to his friends, so long term maybe. He honestly made me feel, or he made me better myself by pushing boys away and focusing on myself. Wait. Wait. How did he do that? He told you that you deserve better or something? He told you, you know, how did he get you to do that? I understand at this point, Desiree, I can already see. there's nothing I can say to get you to kind of feel differently about this. He makes you feel good, and that's something that's just how it is. But I'm just saying that's kind of, it just scares me because, you know, it's like you're already kind of ready to accept anything that might even be bad, but it's like you wouldn't see it that way because he makes you feel really great. So you don't think that he'll ever do anything like that to you, which makes sense. But, you know, I'm just saying, just by talking to me and telling me I don't deserve that and I deserve better. Kind things that should be said to a friend that no one's ever really said to you, right? That no one really says to you that much. It's like when he said it to you, you were kind of like, oh yeah, wow. I guess I never really, you know, it's like reminding you of who you already are, almost as if like, you know, just like an encouraging person, right? How long have you guys known each other? Just curious. And I'm not judging you at all, by the way. I'm just asking you a million questions because I'm a Virgo. And that's what we do. I told him if I saw a red flag, I would drop him slowly. A month now. Okay. So, okay. You don't tell him that. Don't tell him anything like that. When you have boundaries and you have deal breakers, you don't tell people what they are because you know what happens when you do? So when you told him that, when you said, I'll drop you slowly if I'll slowly start dropping you. I'll slowly start dropping you if I see any red flags. So when you say that, now he's definitely going to be trying to make sure that he's not showing any red flags. So he's getting to know you. Are you talking more than he is? You're probably talking more than he is, right? You're getting deeper than he is. Like when you think about it, what have you really found out about him? Have you found out that much about him really? And how he is and how he feels about shit and like what he would do in this situation? He probably knows more about you than you know about him. And I'm saying that because it kind of seems like he is getting to know you. And what you're getting to know about him is that he's really nice and he compliments you and he makes you feel better. And he's getting to know everything that you need to know and hear and feel so that you can feel comfortable with him. And what do you know about him? Do you know much about him? Do you feel like you know? I don't know how to explain this. It's like, I'm just saying, look, if you have things that you don't want, like say cheating in a relationship, that's something that I'm not for. If you ever do that, I'll leave you. Say that, like if you said that, for example, then of course he's never going to fucking say that or hopefully he never does it. But I'm saying if he did cheat, he's definitely not going to tell you, you know, because I mean, you know, if we're talking about a person who's like trying to maneuver a situation, right? It's like you're telling somebody what you don't want. So they're not going to show you something that you don't want. And so you're going to think that they're perfect because they're getting to know everything that you need to know to feel comfortable and safe with them. I'm just saying, this is like, talk less and ask more. Get him to talk more and see if what he says is anything more than just simple Barnum statements that anyone could say. Like, oh, I've been through that before. I know that's a really hard thing to go through. You know, I was hurt in the past and now I just have trust issues. I'm not really sure how to open up. I'm not comfortable with my, you know, just like things that seem deep and vulnerable, but it's like anyone could say that really. I mean, and it sounds like they're genuine, but try to get him to say some shit that's not, because you've probably already come out and said some shit that he knows about you now, that maybe some other people don't even know how you feel about certain things, but you don't really know that much about him. He's doing a lot of listening. He's being there for you. Record some of your conversations, look back at those things, and realistically look at that shit and how you guys are talking to each other, and see if he actually sounds interested or he actually sounds genuine. I mean, or does he have one goal in mind all the time? Is that like he's headed towards the same thing every time? I mean, just it's an idea. I know he's a sentimental person. He has boundaries in his personal life. I know how he tries to flirt. It's 50-50 with the both of us. Okay, so I'm just saying, there's a manifestation here too. So it seems like Okay, so if it's not that Libra, that your ex or whatever, there's manifestation with a Libra. Or this is talking about you're going to have more balance in your life. You're creating this. Oh yeah, sorry. I always forget that Buzz does that. I can't hear it anymore. So, okay, I'm going to do this for you really quick, and then I'm going to give you a chakra wisdom oracle because I feel like you need some enlightenment or some kind of like message to pull this all together, what I'm trying to say here. I just want you to be careful because you're beautiful, and it's just like, I would hate to see something like that happen because, you know, it can happen, and it happens. And so, yeah, exactly. Okay. So let's see. What does she need to know about this? Give us, you know, what do we close out with? What does she need to hear? What does she need to know? Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I'm completely just judging the fuck out of this guy. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm just kind of like, I care about you and I don't want you to do something that you regret or but you know, you probably would anyway. I mean, just maybe you won't. I don't know. Let's see. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Girl, nothing better could have come out than this. I mean, like, it could have been way better, actually. But I'm saying to explain what I'm trying to say, like, this is not, like I said, a good card. This is not a good card, ever. Okay, look at this. He is a person who's going to win at all costs. He's going to get what he wants. He doesn't care how unfair it is. And that's funny that the Libra card's here, the balance card, because it's like, no, this person's not about balance. Or, you know, that's what, when this came out, I kind of felt like, is this going to come out and be like, this is what it's coming off as, but it's kind of fake? I don't know. But look. This is in no way a good card because what he's doing is these people are cowering away from him. And he's like, yeah, you know, fuck yeah, I just fucking beat you guys and you suck and I'm the man, I'm the best. You know, he's just like, he's happy with that. He's not at all feeling bad. He's just kind of like, yeah, I did it. You know, fuck it. Fuck you guys. You know, he's like, even if these people are younger, smaller, weaker, he doesn't care. He's like, I beat him. And I'm the best. You know, he just cares about winning. He just cares about being the best and winning every single time. It's a really ugly and disgusting energy. So what is this talking about? The Ace of Wands. There's an opportunity to take action. This is the action that's being taken? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not good. Like, I don't care how you look at it. He's someone who's trying to win at all costs. He's going to get what he wants out of this, and who knows what he's going to do with it, but he's going to get what he wants. He intends on getting exactly what he wants because he always gets what he wants. And about his family. Have you talked about his family and his upbringing at all? His parents, his relationship with his parents? Anything like that at all? If he's the scapegoat of the family, if he's the favorite of the family, I mean, what's the, or if there's nothing like that at all, which hopefully there is. Nothing like that at all. Has he said anything like, oh, my siblings get treated better, or there's like, I'm, you know, my mom's favorite or something, I kind of get away with a lot of stuff, and she kind of like doesn't let anyone else get away with stuff? Or is it like, you know, the opposite, like, yeah, I'm always blamed for everything, or is there nothing like that at all? We talk about his aunt and sisters and his mom. And there's drama, or there's not drama, or there's support, and there's care. What about dad? Nothing like that. Okay, good. Just keep your eye out for that. Maybe ask something like that. Throw something like that in there. Like, yeah, I'm kind of my mom's favorite or something. See what he said. Oh, yeah, me too. Or if it's just like, oh, or what do you mean? Like, you know, if he knows nothing about that, or if he totally clicks with that, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's something you could try maybe to see how he reacts to that. Because I'm getting to something. It's just I don't want to really scare you off by like assuming anything. That's why I'm asking these questions like this. But okay. He's not doing good with his dad because his dad is mean to him. Does he have brothers and sisters? Or is it just him? Selfish is how his dad is. And he doesn't see his dad very much, or his dad is in his life. often. He has a big influence on him, or his parents are divorced and he's not around him too much, or, I mean, obviously he has an effect. 2 sisters and him. Younger or older sisters? Is he the oldest or is he the youngest? He doesn't talk to his dad. What is your living situation? What do you live with your parents, or are your parents divorced, or are they still together? He talks with his mom and sisters, and they're younger than him, so he's the oldest. Okay. Give me the message for her. I live with my parents. Your parents are still together? Damn, what is up with you guys? That's cool. A lot of people on here, well, not a lot. I mean, I don't know that many people on here, but Jenna, Emily, parents are still together. It's like kind of amazing to me. It's like, what the fuck? Okay, that's cool. Like, I don't hear that very much. That's cool. Okay, so we'll get one more. We'll get this message for you, Desiree. Ooh. Sorry, Ashley. We'll get right to you, okay? This is important because, okay? Self-worth is your card, Desiree. Let's see. Self-worth. Okay. Learn to observe your emotions. Overall impression is emotional. Keywords are active, motivating, optimistic, emotional, sociable, enthusiastic, affectionate, and humanitarian. Manifesting intention. The orange cards represent our emotions and how we relate to them. In the second chakra, you can learn about emotional discipline. If you choose. It is a choice, right? You need to master the skill of steering your emotions as you would a ship on the high seas. This is very important in manifesting. We saw the magician. That's manifesting, right? Well, it is. I'm just telling you. So the orange cards reveal your emotional experience in a particular situation. If you are struggling with your feelings, look back to the red chakra, the root chakra, for the answer. Why? Because you source your emotional experience from a particular foundation or belief created in your root chakra. This helps you to understand where your emotions are coming from. Make sense? Next, observe your feelings rather than act on them. And your angels can speak directly to you through the emotions revealed in these cards. However, you must stand fearlessly and observe your emotions. If you can do this, you have begun the journey into manifestation. You can walk the path you have previously only wished for. Master emotional discipline, and you master how to manifest anything. Okay? I think that's important that that manifestation card came out too for you. So, self-worth, salmon share. Salmon is the color of deep emotional peace. You have been given a gift of self-love. This card indicates a love of life and no longer trying to prove your value to others who may not see what you see. Rely on your inner knowing. Okay. The salmon share. Come sit in my chair and feel my love, says the great servant. The legend. The salmon chair appears to an Inuit child playing in the snow. Valley and River are the salmon chair's protectors. I never get to see it, complains River. Valley whispers, there are those who can close their eyes and see it. The child rushes home to tell her elders about the chair, but no one believes her and she lies down exhausted. Later, the chair appears to her again. She climbs in and feels the great servant's love. The inspiration. People, events, and material objects beyond your frame of reference are being drawn to you. Aim higher, for you will draw even greater experiences into your life. Allow your energy to grow. Receiving is an action, okay? Now this is for you to ask yourself, your personal inquiry. How do I relate to the word deserving? Am I ready? Deserving? You deserve better, remember? How do you relate to the word deserving? Are you kidding? Okay. Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? And key ideas are greater knowledge, innocent curiosity, being rewarded, and receiving divine love. Your meditation, Desiree, is let go of any tension as you fall like a feather into the salmon chair. Imagine the chair receiving you. Feel yourself being filled with salmon light. Stay there until you have received an abundance of energy from the light. It's like a meditation to do, okay? So maybe I was wrong. Maybe this person is good for you. But I don't want to just jump to that. I'm, like I said, jaded. I just, you know, just be careful. You know, this is it's a situation, you know, that you need to be careful about. Get to know the person, but it does kind of seem like it's saying you're going to be receiving divine love, you're going to be receiving good things. Like it doesn't really say to watch out or anything, you know. So I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm going to back off, okay, for you. And one last thing here. Let me get your cards here. For Desiree. More people should be like you. More people should be like you, Desiree. You have the best ideas. You have the best ideas. Okay, and then one more. You are enough. You are enough. Oops. Okay. Darling, you are fabulous. Oh my God, you're fabulous. Okay. All right. So Ashley, thank you, Desiree. And Ashley, if you're still here, being very patient, if you're still around, I would love to do your reading. So let's get into it. Are you here still, Ashley? Can Josh, the Virgo, feel me trying to detach from him? And can I get some love messages from him? Okay. Can he feel you're trying to detach from him? What does he feel about you currently? What does he feel about your behaviors lately? Yeah, I don't know how, I mean, we'll see how he feels, but he feels like something's ending. He feels like something's crashing and burning and everything, nothing's working anymore. Everything sucks. Like everything just, no matter what he does and no matter what you do, it's just like everything, like things can't come together or work. Like you guys aren't getting along or you guys just aren't on the same page in any way. Like no matter how hard you try, it's just like nothing is working. and everything seems like it's failing to him. But he has an abundance of love for you. And he really, okay. He's trying to figure out how to approach it. He's trying to figure out, what way do I go? What approach do I take? Which move do I make? How do I, you know? How did you know that, Desiree? How did you know he was using you? You say that so matter-of-factly. What brought you to that conclusion? So yeah, then we have something from the past. Somebody maybe so here's the thing though, Ashley, is that he's thinking about you and trying to figure out, you know, he's trying to figure out, first of all, what approach to take. But you know, like the sphinxes here at the bottom, black and white, he's, you know, they're going to lead this person in opposite directions. So he's trying to figure out, like, which way do I go? Like, how do I approach this? Maybe how do I fix this even, you know? What do I, like, how do I approach this? Because nothing's working, you know? So then this is talking about him spying on you or trying to get information about you, kind of like you're doing right now, like with him. Like even this would be kind of considered like trying to get information behind his back, like not directly asking or talking to the person about it, but like going behind their back. It's kind of like spying. It's kind of like going behind, you know, like trying to figure out something, you know, like without really directly talking to them about it, like the source. But it could be, you know, minor to major, like literally stalking, or just maybe looking at your social media, maybe talking to your friends about you, or, you know, people that know you, or trying to see, you know, what to do about you instead of like asking you. So, and again, it's something that, you know, he feels this abundance of love. And so, you know, this here is kind of talking about, he wants like new experiences to move on maybe a little bit, but also this foot right here is set firmly in the past. This one's in the front forward, moving forward. This one's firmly in the past with a sword too. So like he's defensive about it. Like he's not really ready to just give up on this, like no matter like really what, you know, it's like he's very stuck in it. So he's trying to figure out, you know, he can't really let it go. And he's trying to figure out what he can do about this. So yeah, it's likely that he feels you pulling away because he feels like nothing is working. No matter what he does, everything's just failing. Nothing's working. It's all falling apart. But he's trying to figure out what to do about that, right? So, he said he doesn't value you. I gotta let him go. I finally unfollowed him today. Huh. It's weird because I'm not getting that from this. It seems like this is what he's feeling about you, unless that's what you're feeling about him. Because that's what you're saying. You're going, does he know I'm pulling away? So are you saying that because you're having a hard time letting go? So you want to know if he feels like you're pulling away and if he's going to make a move, if he cares. Maybe this is your card. Maybe these are your cards. Because that's the energy I'm getting talking about him. But is that you? It's possible. Kind of sounds like it. But let's see. This is what I'm getting for his energy, so. Could be vice versa, though. Let's see. Let's see. What are his future actions towards you? Any future actions towards you? Oops. Any future actions towards you? I feel like he's in pain. Okay. He's struggling with stability and getting started again, a new beginning. This is like, okay, so either he's going to be having a lot of stress and then he's going to be able to kind of like turn that around. But this is talking about his actions towards you. Maybe this is him and how you're going to feel after, you know? I haven't been spying on him, but he has been watching me real hard. So it's like this person is either going to feel like this or they're going to make you feel like this. Like their actions towards you. I feel maybe this is the effect they're going to have on you. Up at night thinking about it, kind of sad, stressed, you know, it's like you're trying to let it go and detach, but maybe you're not able to do that so easily, you know. But the next actions towards you, it kind of seems like a good thing, but here's the thing, like with the 9 of Swords here, it kind of seems like either it's blocking your ability to like take care of yourself and have new beginnings. You know, it's kind of leaving you in a position of feeling stuck. Like instead of like the opposite basically of the Empress, which is a new beginning, a fresh start. It's kind of like leaving you wondering, or not wondering, it's leaving you kind of feeling like you can't do that, you know? And so that's going to obviously affect your stability. Is this going to affect her stability? But this is a person who's very responsible too. So it could be that this is them, that they're going, okay, yeah, like I'm feeling sad, but you know what? I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to start getting responsible about my life. And I'm going to have a new start. I'm going to have a new beginning, and I'm going to like take care of myself instead of being all sad about this forever, you know? So he's really kind of moving from this. So that could be what it's talking about here too with the Chariot before. He's trying to figure out what way to go next, but he is moving forward, you know? But I still see this Ace of Cups here. Is this you who has this Ace of Cups, or is this him? You feel the abundance of love for him? Is that what you feel? I'm just trying to clarify to myself, because I feel like this could be either way, but I want to make sure I'm not leading you in the wrong direction with this. You know, is it you who has the abundance of love for him? You're trying to let it go. But let's be real. You still love him? Or... And you're wondering if he still thinks about you or what he thinks about it. Like, does he care? Or do you know that he cares and you're kind of, I mean, you're wondering if he cares, right? Because you feel like he doesn't. Is that what we're saying? That's you moving forward. Every time when I'm about to, he watches me real hard on my page. But why the need to let him go? You know what I'm saying? Like so you're saying he's basically, he'll come back in and start doing the right thing when you're about to leave. But you're tired of his bullshit, so you keep giving him a chance, and then it's like he proves that he doesn't value you, or you don't feel valued, or you don't feel cared for, so you try to go. And then he kind of starts watching you really hard and starts focusing on you a lot. And then you feel like, okay, maybe I won't go. Is that what you're saying? Because I could see why you'd want to move forward from that. You're like, fuck this. I'm good on that. Kind of don't need that. I kind of need consistency and somebody to actually be there when I need them, instead of being like only when I'm going to leave and they have fear of being alone or something. Are they fucking there? Yes, very manipulative. Yes, then right when I give in, he does the same thing. Okay, so it's time to leave this motherfucker then. Because it's a pattern that you see coming. You don't need to ask the cards when you know the pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's draining. So let's see. What is he? Can he feel you detaching? You already answered your question. Because you're telling me that he knows. You're telling me that he does this every time, right? So let's see what we need to know about this. What is the basic thing we need to know? Does he care at all about you? Is this worth putting your time in? Let's see if she puts her time into this again. No, that's not okay. No. What well, what does she need to know about him? What does she need to know and remind herself of about him? What's important for her to understand? Maybe something she doesn't understand right now about this, but something that she needs to know. What does she need to know? Okay, I'm gonna need you to pick a number, Ashley, 1, 2, or 3. He's just so cute. I am so lucky. To have this puppy doggy baby in my life. Okay. Three. You know what's funny, Ashley, is every single time, I swear to you, every single time, I think it's been once or twice that someone hasn't picked three. Every time I say pick 1, 2, or 3, every single time people pick 3. Can you tell me why that is? Because I don't understand. It's interesting though, because literally every time people pick 3, I'm serious, like every fucking time. I don't know why. I'm just curious as to like why people pick 3. That's my favorite number, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I probably wouldn't go with 3 now. Just experiencing this, I probably would have to go with something else because. Okay, so we see a lot of anxiety and fear. Someone being hurt in the past, they have a bandage on their head, so they're basically in this position of like they feel like something bad's going to happen. They're hyper vigilant because they've been through some shit. So now they're kind of like on guard all the time. Kind of like how I'm acting, how I was acting with Desiree, asking her, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Because I'm just like ready to hear the bullshit, you know? But this person's even more so. They're like at every little thing that, you know, bump in the night, they're like freaking out. Like they're just like on guard all the time. They're anxiety ridden. And because they've been hurt in the past, this is going to affect somebody's, you know, somebody's, well, temperament, but also their harmony and their peace and their balance in their life, you know, to be on guard like that all the time. It's very stressful. It's very uncomfortable. And the thing is, though, they're trying to gain something out of this, but it's like basically all you're gaining is more stress and anxiety. I think you need to make a change. You know, this is kind of like saying it's obvious, like hang on to your money also. Try to build from the ground up, try to build a foundation with what you have now, because you're going to have to start leaning on yourself. You know what I mean? Like this emotionally, you may have been leaning on yourself for a long time, but you're saying you're walking away from it. So emotionally, you kind of were trying to like lean on him in some way. And it's just, you know, it's like you're going to have to start, oops, I don't do reversals. So yeah, and it's like you already know that. Again, we have the black and the white. You know, we have the two differing ways about going about this. But basically, the high priestess is a person who just is inner knowing. She knows intuitively things that she isn't being told. So basically, this is, you know, you're having this feeling of like, I need to do something about this. I need to go on my own. I need to leave the person. This is not going to work out. I already know how this is going to go. You pretty much have this in the bag already. You already know what you need to do. It's just doing it, you know, and it's just knowing what you already know. It's just accepting what you already know, you know? Yeah, it really does. But if you know you have to, it's like you can't go against yourself. You can't. You can, but why? Because it's hard. Yeah, it is hard, but you know what? It's harder. Stick in a situation that you know isn't good for you, and you know you're going to hate yourself for it later because you're going to blame yourself. You're going to say, I already knew, and I stayed in it. It's my fault. And that's not exactly the case. I mean, in a way it is, but at the same time it's not, because if he's manipulative, especially, you're being manipulated, you know? So it's not like you're like trying to walk into danger. But at this point in time, realizing what you realize. Later on, you might switch it up and you know, because that's what we do sometimes. We know things, and then later on we like feel some type of way, and then we're like, well, wait, maybe it's not like that. We already know it is, but we're trying to convince ourselves it's not, you know? So, but it's dangerous and it's bad for you. So I just, you know, it seems like you kind of already know where you're going. And I feel like you need to just keep going in that direction. You know, this is like a confirmation basically for you that you're on the right track. You're right about what you feel. What you feel is right. You know, you feel this, it's a pattern. So it's not going to lead you in the wrong direction in that regard. Even if it does hurt at first, it's still for your highest good, and it's still the right thing, even though it feels wrong, you know? But it probably does feel right because you're like, probably feels wrong keeping yourself in a situation that doesn't feel good, you know? Let's get you a message here. Message for Ashley, please. What does she need to know? What's Ashley's message, please? What's Ashley's message, please? What's Ashley's message, please? Message for Ashley, please. What's a message for Ashley? Message for Ashley, please. What's a message for Ashley, please? Insecurity. It's not what you think, so just bear with me. Just hang in there while I read this to you. Okay, this is your card. Red chakra, root chakra, right? Insecurity. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Is that the devil? You're trying to guard your heart from the devil. You see, he's trying to get in there. He's trying to get in there, and you're like, no, you're blocking it, and your heart is shining like you're like, no, you're not allowing it, you're blocking it. I mean, the person's sad and they're kind of like, you know, feeling it, but it's, you know, he's trying to get in. You're not letting that happen, it looks like. He's trying hard though, he's tempting. And you're kind of worried about it, that Nine of Swords, right? That kind of, or Nine of Wands, I'm sorry. That anxiety and fear. Let's see. There is a message here that's actually cool, so just don't think it's just telling you you're insecure or something. There's more to it. Okay, red. Let your intuition be your guide. Overall impression, grounding. Like I said, building from the ground up, right? Keywords, vital, sexual, passionate, energized, and forceful. Manifesting intention. The first chakra relates to the source of your energy and to how you are building your foundation. Like I said. So think of the root chakra as a platform. The red cards represent the support you have created or are creating for your future, including the support that you have for yourself, right? So keep that in mind. You are your own supporter as well. This would be a good move on your part. You're supporting yourself through this. You're making this decision. The root chakra cards show us a new way to bring our dreams to fruition. They denote beginnings and reveal how to create a solid foundation in tangible form. Keep this in mind. If you are not yet creating what you say you desire, you may need to grow your energetic root deeper and wider into the earth plane. It's like really just getting focused and getting serious about figuring out what you're trying to do and doing it, you know? Nothing else. An abundance of red cards in a reading is a strong indication of how you are building your foundation and will offer energetic ideas about what is necessary for you to manifest. These cards represent the beginning of an undertaking and may guide you away from the old ideas that no longer work in your life. Red cards ask, how does this card represent the place from which I can create something extraordinary? Now, you may feel like insecurity. How can I create something extraordinary? Good night, Desiree. Thanks for coming. How can I create something extraordinary from insecurity? Well, you can. And it's just basically, you know, it's okay to have insecurities. And I feel like you can learn a lot from yourself just knowing what your insecurities are and just knowing they're kind of ridiculous sometimes too, you know? But let's see what else it's saying. So red cards at a glance. Insecurity. Demon red rainbow. That's what that is right there. Okay. Energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. Fear, anxiety, remember? Turned within? Yeah. So courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. Ooh, that's a straight message right there. Courage is necessary if you are to be... Okay. Energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. Courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. Ashley. Hear that? That's your message right there. That's straight up. That's exactly what we're talking about here. This is a message to grow up inside, into a greater energy, and to invoke courage from the angels to progress. Sorry. Okay, let me read that again. This is a message to grow up inside, into a greater energy, and to invoke courage from the angels to progress. Damn, that's definitely your message here, okay? Let's see. So, Demon Red Rainbow, the greatest adversary is the one living inside me. Damn, that's deep. That's sometimes, yeah. So you're your own supporter right now, but also like don't be too hard on yourself. Like know that you're doing this like for bettering your life, you know? Like try to remember that when this is happening and you feel like you're not enough or not worth it. Like somebody could do this to you and that means something about you. No, it means something about them. It's a reflection on them. It's not a reflection on you. Okay. So the legend. Bob is an inventor, yet never finishes anything, always giving up on his projects, convinced they are useless. One day he finishes something and is elated until a demon appears, taunting him. The demon Red Rainbow is comprised of our greatest fears. In a dream, Bob comprised the the demon Red Rainbow is comprised of our greatest fears. In a dream, Bob discovers that he can distinguish between real and imagined fears. The demon Red Rainbow can no longer stop him from realizing his dreams. Inspiration. Miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. Trust that an ally will appear. A friend, right? Someone on your side. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. Wow. So, personal inquiry. This is for you to ask yourself, Ashley. Do I listen to my fear? How can I tap into my courage? And key ideas are being courageous, facing adversity, finding tremendous power within, and undervaluing your contribution. Keywords are freedom, bravery, and success. Now, your meditation says, from a place of peace, call upon 2 or 3 of your spiritual protectors. When they appear, express your fears. Allow your protectors to give you strength and assist you in becoming greater than your fears. How do you feel now? Maybe you could journal about that later. That might be an interesting thing to do. Little exercise. What I just read there to you. If you want to come back and like pause the video and screenshot that. Maybe a cool idea. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of looks blurry to me, but hopefully you could see that. I'm sure you could just look it up too. Chakra Wisdom Oracle, the insecurity card. It might be online or something if you wanted to do that. If you want to look at it later. So let's do these little cards for you, and then we'll get the 2 more here, which are Chandra, I forget what her name is, but that person about the audition, and then Phantom Punk, okay? Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. It's just like that all the time, every time. Is that what happens every time I show that thing? Because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like it's blurry, and I'm just like, I can't fix it. Like, I don't know what to do. So that's what, I mean, I'm sure it's online. Yeah, it literally does come up everything, huh? It's like exactly your message. That's why I love that deck. That deck is always spot on. I love it. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll do that donation for sure. Okay, so let's see, Ashley. What are your 3 cards here that you need to keep in mind about yourself? Oops. You are so awesome. You make the world a better place. And you have the best ideas. Another one. Be kind to yourself. You deserve it. Deserve, remember? I like that. I don't know. I really like those cards. You are braver than you think. I like that. I'm gonna take these ones out of here because we've seen them a lot, and it seems like they keep coming out. So I don't want to get repetitive ones again. Those two. I don't know why those ones keep popping out. It's kind of funny. Okay. Let's get a different one because we want to see like if there's any new messages for you, Ashley. You're welcome. I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you came here today and asked that we could look into that for you. Let's get an original message for you though. What is Ashley's card? Again, be kind to yourself, you deserve it. So definitely. That's definitely your card. That's funny. I mean, that's cool though, you know? Be kind to yourself, you deserve it. That came out twice. Okay. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, Emily or Emile, I'm not sure how do you say your name. You know, me and Vals just aren't really good friends at all. So, I mean, sorry about that. But do you have a question? And then Chandra, I don't know how to say your name, but Chandra, I'm just going to go with that. We'll do you afterwards. What's in the future for Trent and myself? Will he ever truly love me the way I deserve? Well, if you're even asking that question, my friend, you know what I mean? Easier said than done, but well, let's ask the Romance Angels Oracle. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Appreciate that. Let's ask the Romance Angels Oracle what they think about your situation, because that's kind of who we want to know from. What's happening with him and Trent? What is left in the situation? What is happening in the future? What do we need to know about Trent and Emile and Emily? Is it Emily? What do we need to know about Trent and Emily? What is left between them? And what is the relationship here? What is it? What is it? Children. Your love life is being affected by children, and it doesn't have to mean your children or their children. It can just mean siblings, younger people. For some reason, are affecting the situation. Email, okay. Oh. Emily. Emil. Emil. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So quick thing on soulmates, okay? Okay, quick thing on soulmates. It doesn't mean that this person's going to be with you forever. It doesn't mean even that this person's right for you. I mean, technically soulmates are talking about like the other soul that you're supposed to find, right? Like we're a single soul, we're supposed to find that other soul to make us whole or whatever. But the thing is, I mean, whether or not you believe that, I don't really believe in that completely. That's just me. Because that leaves up a lot, that leaves a lot there for like, you know, bad things to happen. Because if somebody's your soulmate, what does that mean? That means like you put up with bullshit? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I just want to make that clear, okay? Even if they are your other half or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, it doesn't really, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to have bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean you accept abuse because that person's your soulmate, right? Just saying, okay? You still, you know, don't accept shit like that. Yeah, exactly. You're putting up with a lot. Why would you put up, you know, don't put up with things. Like, yeah, put up with things. I mean, you know, no one's perfect, but it's like, it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to do that. It shouldn't, putting up with things is like a fucking burden. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Look, this is what's coming out. To me, I'm like, if you feel like this person doesn't value you, and if you feel like you're asking, will he ever love me the way I deserve? To me, I already think that, you know, we know the answer. You shouldn't be asking that. You wouldn't be asking that if he was loving you the way you deserve. You wouldn't have to ask that. That's what I'm saying. Realistically, the cards are saying work on your relationship. You can do whatever the fuck you want, though. You do understand that, right? We do have a free will. And that thing is important. You can do whatever you want. And if you don't feel loved and valued, maybe you can talk to him about it. Maybe he does love and value you, but you just don't see that or feel that. I mean, but if you don't see it or feel it, it's kind of bad, you know? It's kind of bad. It's kind of a problem. So maybe you guys can talk about this. Maybe it's saying you guys can work on this and actually resolve it. You know, don't just give up, maybe, you know, but if there is abuse of any kind, I would never suggest that you work on, I mean, like, yeah, you got to work on that, but like sometimes people don't change. And I'm never advising you to like stay in a situation that you don't feel loved or you feel hurt, like an abuse constantly. I mean, you say there's no abuse. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not trying to suggest you to stay in a situation that you don't want to stay in. You know, you can choose not to, okay? No matter what the cards say about anything, and that goes for everybody. Just letting you know. It says engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment and passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Is there a new person that you've been considering? Because that could be them. If not, oh my God. I swear to God, I did not pull this on purpose. This card was on the ground right now and it was face up. Look what it says. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Dude, you have somebody else in mind, don't you? That's what I was feeling when it was saying, like, when it was saying engagement, passion. It was saying that your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. To me, it was saying there's somebody else in this in the picture. Like there's somebody else you're kind of considering, and this is possibly getting stronger between you. This is possibly engaging to a higher level of commitment. And then it says new love. You're lying to me if you say that there's nobody else that you have in mind. You said better options. I don't give them a chance though. You said too many options. Okay, better options. Why would you stick with this person then if you already know? Why would you wait for them to love you right when there's other people that you know are better? Because you have an attachment to them though. I don't give them a chance though. Give your relationship a chance. Okay, maybe this is talking about your relationship with yourself. Give yourself, the relationship you have with yourself, a chance to actually feel loved by somebody that you know is better for you, that you know already. You're already asking this. I would say if you're asking the person if they are going to love you like you deserve, I don't like that. That really makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to even tell you to be with that person at all. I feel like you're answering your own question. You know what I mean? Like, what are you waiting for? For them to show you that you're worthy of their love? Like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Fuck that. What do you need to know? What is your card here? More people should be like you. If you didn't know. You are loved by many, right? So fuck this person and their love they're not giving you. Or just maybe not fuck them, but just, you know, let's go our separate ways because I don't feel loved by you. Simply, you know, simple enough. It's just, we're not working. Be yourself and you can be anything. Be yourself and you can be anything. I like that. It's nice. You deserve a high five. Good for you. You are braver than you think. And you are beautiful. Believe it. Believe it, I tell you. Believe it. Because if you don't... I know, they're super cool how they're called kindness cards. They're my friends, and she's actually a really kind person, so it fits. You care and it shows. Yeah, I really like these a lot. See, on the back, they have these little things, like I guess you give them to people. Why I feel grateful for you. You inspire me because... Yeah, I guess it's just why I feel grateful for you and you inspire me because on the back. I just feel like we're at a crossroads and he won't open up and commit. I don't know what is stopping him. Here, let's see. See if we can see anything about him. Like why? I mean, I think the message is pretty clear here that somebody's going to stir your romantic feelings. And I think you should give that a shot because it's going to be a passionate fucking thing. Not necessarily that it's going to be long lasting, but you're going to feel like it's kind of like this is a perfect time for this because this is kind of what you need. The risk in it, though, is that because you're in this vulnerable position of needing to feel loved because this person doesn't make you feel like you're loved, you know, you could risk getting with a person who's not good for you that uses that to their advantage and just get, you know, because you're in that vulnerable position. Maybe you should be single right now. You know, it's probably the best thing since you're feeling low on yourself anyway. It's counter, you know, you would think that it shouldn't be that way. You would think like, why would I be alone then if I feel like shit? That's the thing. When you feel like shit, you run the risk of getting with somebody who's not good for you. And you could even get with somebody who sees that you're in a vulnerable state and you're just like, you know, taken over by it because, you know, they use that to their advantage. It's really not good. You're not at your strongest or best when you're hurt and when you're feeling like you're not good enough, you know, when you're in a vulnerable position. You're not at your, you can't see things clearly. People can influence you easier, you know, if they're that type of person. It's just kind of a risk, you know. You won't make the right decisions for yourself if you're not feeling good about yourself, you know, because you think you're doing it for yourself and feel good about yourself, but really sometimes you end up regretting those decisions because it really wasn't better for yourself, you know. It just seemed like it was, or it was just kind of like that quick instant, like, you know, high of like feeling better about yourself for a second, but really it's something that's detrimental to you. And later on, you learn to hate yourself because of it. You blame yourself even more, you know? And it's really not your fault. I mean, it is your decision you're making, but it's like sometimes it's just, that's good you're okay with being single because that's crazy. I mean, that's good. Feelings just stirred up. When single, I feel great, and I was great before he came in, and then feelings just stirred up. I've never had low self-esteem or felt like this, but just being in the situation lowers my value, and that sucks. well, then you heard it right there. And the fact that you still want to be with that you're still confused and you're still wondering, like, what should I do? To me, that tells me that that person probably is very manipulative, because you're already telling me that you've never felt this way before, like, probably in both ways, good and bad. But really, what you're telling me is you feel like you're not valued, and that's bad. There's nothing good about that. So really, it kind of is like, there's got to be some kind of thing, some kind of manipulation, or some kind of, like, you know, coercion, or there's some kind of, like, there's a reason that you feel stuck on it, and it's not because you feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, you feel bad, but there's some kind of, like, pull. Like, it's like you're being influenced in some way. Like, that's just the only way you can look at that, because you're telling me that you really don't feel good, but you're, like, still wondering if you should give it a chance. And it's like, it's obvious to everybody else that you shouldn't, but, like, there's a reason, that you feel like it might actually be something, like, maybe it can, and it's like, no, just cut your losses. It's easier said than done, of course, but is it complex though? What's NDA? What is NDA? What does that mean? What is that? What are the terms? I'm confused about what? Your guys' relationship? Oh, Jesus. That's confusing. So you can't talk with anyone else about it, or you can? I don't get it. Damn, he's really fucking snoring. I'm sorry. Oh, wow, they have something like that? That's interesting right there. Wow. So no slandering, huh? No slandering allowed, no defamation of character. That's pretty cool that they have something like that. He can't just talk about you. That's pretty cool. That sounds fucking awesome. He can't, like, slander your name and make you seem like something you're not. Yeah. Well, thank God for that, huh? That's pretty cool. Well, I think you already know the answer to your question. I mean, seriously, like, but I get that you're confused. I do. I do get it. It's just, to me, I feel like there's nothing else I can really say to you about it, because to me, it's kind of obvious, And to you, I think you already know. It's just hard to accept. Well, the first impression I got was it seems like there's an imbalance of power of the give and take, and it seems like he feels like he deserves more, or he feels like what he's giving to you is like he's really doing you a favor and you better just be fucking grateful. You know what I mean? So it's like he already thinks he's above you, and then it's headed toward, something that's just unrealistic and something that's not being seen clearly. But I think it's that way for a reason, and I think that's how he does relationships in general. He's really not all that keen on himself. Like he's just not all that much to offer. So really, I mean, he comes off that way. It's probably insecurity within himself, actually. But I do think that he goes and he'll probably move on to somebody else pretty quickly. Like this is kind of, I feel like, a cycle for him. I don't think it's really much to do with you personally. It's more of like just him, basically this is how he is. It's like, it doesn't matter what you did or do. That's how he is, but he keeps it like that for a reason, not seeing things clearly, because if you could see something clearly, you wouldn't be confused, you'd know you're not worth my time. You know what I mean? So I think it's really just insecurity on his part, and that is what a lot of things are with manipulation and things like that. It's like, or just, a need for power, that's an insecurity. I mean, sometimes it's not insecurity. If, sometimes it's just a person who wants power, and basically that's no good, because they're always going to win. And if they're just not really interested in like what you feel or think, if it's about power, it's like, no, I will have power over you to fucking try me. Like I will, you know what I mean? Like I said, winning at all costs, right? That 5 of Swords energy. So I don't really think it's anything holding it back necessarily. It's just basically, yeah, well, doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that make perfect sense? Yeah. Yeah, doesn't that make perfect sense? Kind of how it works, right? So girl, you're a lot better than this, honestly. And you already know that. It's just difficult because they've confused you. They've got you in a fog. Fear, obligation, guilt. And that's why. I mean, it's really not even your concern. Like they're a dick. You're not worth somebody's behavior like that. Like you could do a lot better. You already know that though. So I guess the challenge for you is to really just accept that now, because what you thought, I mean, it's hard. But isn't it better knowing that you do have options? There are better people out there, that this person was fake or this person convinced you of something that wasn't true. Now you're having to deal with that, and that's difficult, but you'll be okay. I mean, it's going to be difficult though right now for sure. There's nothing that you can really do to change that, and don't try to change that. Just accept it and fucking feel it. It hurts. It sucks. Feel it. And then, because if you don't, that's when you can't move on, when you don't accept it, that's when you get stuck. Don't do that. Don't get stuck. I mean, if you can help it, Of course, you don't try to get stuck. It just kind of happens, but you can actively try to get unstuck. So just try to feel what you feel. Be honest with yourself about how you feel. It hurts. And that's what it is, Don't deny that. Don't deny yourself that feeling, that experience, because it's going to help you to grow. No, we have 2 people on the list. 2 more people. What did you, how so to be unstuck? Like I said, you just got to feel what you feel. Every single day you should take, if you can't do it like in a realistic way all the time, no one could, because it would be like difficult to do that. We couldn't live in reality doing that, knowing what we feel all the time and being very realistic about it. It would suck, for a lot of us, but like, because there's a lot of fucked up shit in the world, but we got to have positivity there. But 15 minutes a day, sit there with your emotions, no filter, literally be honest with yourself. This is how I feel, no matter how depressing and fucked up it is. And literally sit there and cry if you need to. Feel that shit. And I swear to God, in 2 weeks, you'll be a lot better. They say that 2 weeks, 15 minutes a day with your emotions, 15 minutes with every emotion you feel straight up in a full, blunt, honest truth. Feeling it, it really does help for some reason. People running from that shit all the time. That's what a lot of people do. They constantly are running and trying to avoid and trying to hide and trying to like get around and go under, go over. No, you have to go through it or it's never going to go away. You have to face it and accept it or it's never going to get better. I mean, it's just not going to. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's still there having to be dealt with. And so if you don't do that, it's not going to get dealt with and it's still going to be a problem. You know what I mean? So that's really all you can do at this point is accept it. It's hard, you know, it's hard. And I'm not going to try to, you know, sugarcoat that or take that and make it, you know, it's fucking hard. And that's the truth, you know? So. Right. Oh, I get that, but it's time to do that again, you know? I get that completely, but, you know, then you have to come back to that period of time where you're ready to, like, start feeling again. So you can, like, feel good, too, you know? It's not just about bad feelings. Okay. Unfortunately, to the people that are still here waiting for a reading, honestly, I probably shouldn't do your reading right now because I'm pretty out of it. But here's the thing. The last time that I said this, I didn't get any emails. So the thing is, email me and I will give you a personal reading. No joke. Your own reading video. I'll post it on my page. Make it, I won't make it public if you don't want. At first I'll post it private and then you'll be like, you know, you have your own link and everything. No one else has it. And you can view it on your own and it's your own little thing. But yeah, because I just don't feel like it would be fair, you know, like I get to that point sometimes. It's like I went pretty in depth tonight. I didn't mean to do that, but it just happens sometimes. So it is what it is, but I don't want to give you a shitty reading. So here is my email. And please email me because last time this guy, I don't know if you guys remember, he didn't email me and then he like left a comment saying like he wasted a bunch of money. I don't even remember. I didn't even get a donation from him. I'm pretty sure. Like I keep asking what was your name on there and he gave me a name, but that wasn't the name. Like it was similar, but I don't know if it was it. And it definitely wasn't what the amount he was saying that went down the drain is what he said. And I'm like, I told you to email me for a personal reading. Like I was not kidding, you know? And there's all this, you know, I don't have an email. I'm like, okay, if you have a YouTube account, if you have a profile, you have an email, you have to, you know. So I'm like, I don't know if that was like just to piss me off or something. I don't know, but it just was ridiculous. And so I'm serious when I say email me. This is the email. OIT stands for Original Insights Tarot. Some people were wondering, and that's just, there you go. Don't look into it any further than that, you know. So yeah. I guess I can add you on there, Seth Gomez. I wasn't really talking about you, but why not? Since you're here, you know, you're kind of persistent, so I guess I kind of feel like I should. But I was talking about did you guys get that email? Did you guys get that email? Or do I need to post it again? I don't know if Chandra is here still. But I'm going to leave it there. So please email me and we'll get this going, you guys. Thanks for coming and have a good night. Let's do this again tomorrow night. Go to sleep. Right on. Cool. Okay, right on. Cool. All right, bye.